Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion. And I have the highlight right here, I promise you. It's just not pulled up yet. Here we go.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the three-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9 on the home floor. They're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year. Their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 or more points this season. Coming up on today's show, the Athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Time to start a very happy edition of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Here we go.
Jason, can you make yours purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need purple.
That's out of context.
Yep.
For the
Well, right now it's red.
listeners, your red saber.
There it is. Oh, is that blue?
It's stage
blue.
3. Wait. Third one.
Come on, purple. Light the beam.
There it is.
Light
Okay.
the beam.
Dude, imagine if this shows your alarm clock.
You're welcome. That would be great. We got to get Andre. We got to reach out to Andres Cantor.
Oh, I'll hit him up tomorrow.
Or Jose Cantor. Sorry, whatever.
That'll work well. Hey, Andres Jose.
Andres.
We call you Jose.
Beep, 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 beep. Ah, baby's ledge. How much money are the Kings missing out on by not having like home beams that they sell? Or we could all
That
pick
okay,
up.
you spent all morning like doing marketing for the Kings,
Yes.
and I don't appreciate it.
Bring me in. Guys, take.
You're not getting a cut of any of this.
No, make money off of this. I'm fine. I don't need a cut.
Why? I would.
No, just give me some gear. I don't care.
Oh, God. Dude, you're like the guy who catches home run ball 74. I just want an autograph
Pay me in
back.
gear. That's all I care about. Welcome in. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. That's the sound of the beam live from Golden One.
Mm-hmm. I am your beam.
Use the beam. Ah!
May the beam be with you.
Let the beam be with you. May the beam be with you. You said let the beam be with you.
Neil.
That's not what it
Dude, imagine messing up a Star Wars line. What an idiot.
Oh, it's so great. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. It is, are we excited? I guess. I mean, geez.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday. And one more day to the weekend. And if you were at the game last night, you know what we're talking about. If you were watching on TV last night, you know what we're talking about. If none of that happened, then...
You're listening on the radio?
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
You saw a crime committed last night if you were at the game.
Yeah. Assault.
Yes.
And a pepper on the Pacers.
Push it real good.
Against the Pacers. Yes. That was great. Many men wished beam on me, and it happened. You see
You're
that
so
reference?
cool.
How about that?
So cool.
It's for the kids.
So cool.
50 Cent was at the game last night.
Fitty.
I woke up to, yes, Fitty, excuse me, Fitty. I woke up to a text this morning from a friend of mine who was quoting Anthony Slater, the lovely and talented beat writer for the Kings for the Athletic. And Slater's tweet said, the Kings just scored another 137 points in a blowout home win over the Pacers. They're 11-9. The night ended with Vivek walking 50 Cent over to light the beam. And my guy's caption was, imagine this series of words existing in the future when it was 2009.
It wouldn't make any sense.
At all.
Or it would have made all the sense.
I mean,
50 of them.
It was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. I just love everyone.
Oh, wow. The Kings broke Russell.
Yeah, I saw that.
What did he say?
Said, I can't believe people still think Hallie should be on the Kings.
I can't believe the Pacers gave away DeMontis Sabonis for
Gave
free.
away.
That's what the Pacers people said. I can't believe they gave away Haliburton for free.
Fleeced,
I say. Nope. Big win, the big win. Oh, my goodness gracious. So many wonderful, wonderful highlights. I mean, where do we start? How about here? Just because. We normally don't play highlights this early, but screw it. And I can't figure
Hold on. I got to get the highlight.
Oh, is that you?
you got to get the thing. And
I'm
the
not
thing.
used to putting the thing up. This
Sorry,
early.
put the thing.
We had already put our beams up.
What's the thing? Let me know when the thing is up.
I was.
Sorry, that's my fault.
I was not aware we were putting our beams up so early.
We normally don't play this early.
And here's a backcourt steal by Malik Monk. Malik sets up the alley-oop. Hammer time again, but this time it's one of the Smalls. It's Terrence Davis dropping the bomb on the Pacers. Kings fans out of their seat for how many times tonight? 126-94.
I mean, that's a regular season game in November. That's the 20th game of the year.
Yeah.
And that place was insane.
Bananas.
Bananas.
Yeah, and coconuts, both of them.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Everyone was just going crazy.
Have we started the GoFundMe for Davion Mitchell?
Why?
I have to bail him out of jail.
Why?
He committed all the assaults.
Oh,
last
he
night.
did. Oh, my goodness. Who was that he blocked and it went off his face?
TJ.
Yes.
When it happened live, I'm like, it's not King's ball.
That was-
And they go, oh, it's absolutely the King's ball. Hit him in the head.
Very rarely do you hear a block make sound.
Oh, my God.
That one made sound.
Did you were there. So
Yes.
Like, I didn't even feel like it was almost one of those, like, I'm not going to score. Like, he was
Right,
ahead. Like, I
right.
feel like he knew he had to go for the layup. He's like, I'm going to get blocked.
Yeah, I'm getting blocked.
Like, I don't even think he tried.
It was like Christian Pulisic. He just knew he was giving one for the team.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is going to be painful.
It, back in my junior high days, you would say he got packed.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
packed, roofed.
He got roofed?
You didn't have that one?
No,
we
we
had
didn't have
roofed or
roofed.
packed.
Oh, okay, roofed or packed. Roofed me.
Oh.
That has totally different.
Not roof.
Yeah.
More.
The roof is on fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, raise it.
Yeah, raise the roof.
Packed.
It was awesome. And I found out something in all my years of going to games, I learned something new last night. And I guess I should have known this, maybe. I don't know. I got admonished by a very friendly security person. And when I say admonished, they couldn't have been kinder. But we one with a couple of friends, we were directly behind the Pacers bench. And at one point there was a timeout and everyone was like, they keep scoring. I don't know what to do. And like they're all, and so I was like, oh, I got to get this. So I pull out my camera and I start filming and just, I want to get all of them crying. And right as I put the camera up, guy comes over and he's like, hey, you can't film the timeouts. You're not allowed to film. And I didn't know that. How would I know that? I've never sat in that spot before. But yeah, I guess it makes sense, kind of.
I guess, but you could have been like, wait, why? I'm recording this and sending it to the King's bench.
Right.
Why wouldn't
It's
we
a
want
live feed.
It's home court advantage.
Yeah, hello. I mean, I get it. Like, you're not allowed to do
He
that.
flashes a little Patriots logo he has underneath.
It was so cool. And you know, I wrote this morning on Twitter, it's just like not to sound too saporific, but I will. It's 16 years of frustration being slowly let out like air from a tire. The people that work there, I think I'm the happiest for that had to deal with crap every night. Everyone is just in a great mood. They're so friendly. Jason, you go to every game. You're working. I'm in these four walls, and then I almost always watch from home. To be able to go there and feel the love and see people and talk to them and just everyone is so. It reminded me of why everyone fought so hard for this team back in the day, because it is truly bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
It is. Everything's better.
And it's just building at a storm there there were so many highlights in the game and so many moments and you'd called it before, you like just the emotion of the game. There was going to be a different vibe to it with Buddy and Tyrese and Sabonis. Yep. But then the way the Kings played, it was like, oh man. And you know what? It's okay for your team to start to build into something. They're fun. They're likable. It's an enjoyable team to watch play. They
enjoy playing with each other.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing too, that this is second game I've been to this year, third game. One thing that I noticed a difference in is, boy, does this team talk on the floor. Like even from earlier in the year, it's all communication. That's just something you haven't seen in years past, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah.
We've got a ton for you. It's going to be wall-to-wall Kings coverage. We'll sneak in some football here and there, but it's all about the Kings. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. This is your morning to shine, Sacramento and all creatures, great and small.
This is your team.
This is your team, and it's here to beam.
Yes,
it's here to beam. We've got Sam Amick at 8:00. We've got leading off next.
Hey, Kings fans, you got questions? We got answers. Send all your Kings questions to kingsmailbag@sactownsports.com and have them answered by the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami during our Kings Mailbag segment every Friday on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel.
Subscribe today by searching Sactown Sports on YouTube.
The only place to get wall-to-wall Kings coverage in the 916, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Black Friday sales event?
Right now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs with 2.9% financing for 72 months and no payments for 90 days. Plus, we have some starting as low as $36,999.
Wow, that really is some Black Friday savings.
Oh, I'm not done yet. You can also get up to $6,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs with no payments for 90 days as well. Plus, we have over 60 in stock.
The savings won't last long, so stop by the Hoblet Ram Truck Center off County Road 102 and I-5 in Woodland, or search Select and Save at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
10,000 total net savings after 5,500 factory rebates and 4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $1,000 Chrysler Captive bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify. And $1,000 Hoblet Ram coupons only while supplies last. Special 2.9% APR and approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Must have 700 plus credit score to qualify. 1516 per thousand borrowed. $36,999 net price. Sample VIN 350824. 6,000 total net savings after $1,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $1,000 Hoblet Ram coupons only while supplies last. 5 at each net savings. See dealer for details.
Let's do it.
It's time for Leading Off.
Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the 3-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9 on the home floor. They're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year, and their road record is 5-5.
Oh, ha ha! Some things that were great last night beyond everything that was obviously great. I think it was about 8 minutes, maybe 7 minutes left in the game. Like the game. That needs to be a thing. Yeah. I want to see it happen between the third and the fourth. I think some fans are afraid like you're going to. It's fine. Sometimes you might do it and you don't like the beam, but it's one of those things that I think could become a tradition here.
Yes, yeah. I think that was, to me, was observing the fans was the struggle of, hey, I want to be here for the beam. Mm-hmm. This game's over,
right?
Might have work in the morning. I mean, whatever. People fan how they want to fan, but you're thinking, The beam thing is really cool.
Yep.
I now know they're going to win,
Yep.
but it was like you could just tell some of the fans, or maybe I'll watch from outside. I haven't been on the outside to watch it. So
Yes.
I don't know how people did it, but it always cool.
It was it Malik and 50 Cent?
Yes.
That lit the beam. Vivek escorts 50 Cent over to light the beam, which again, it's not a sentence I expected to ever say in my lifetime. Beam lit. Great job by the production crew who were bringing that thing along.
Yeah, a few tweaks there. I like
tweaks there. Visually, I noticed DMX playing afterwards. What was that? What's my name? With the ding, 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 which is light the beam.
Yep.
Good stuff by them. And just there was that. There was all I'm thinking is, God, way ahead here, but I think, okay, I'm saying this and I'm 90% joking. Remember how, like, you watch old clips of the Ed Sullivan Show sometimes when the Beatles were on or something, and like they'd have like girls passing out?
Right.
I think there's like a very non-zero chance that if this team makes the playoffs this year and a moment like last night happens with the alley-oop dunk steal,
I passed out.
Like you might get people straight passing out in the aisles because they're so overwhelmed with emotion and crazy that they just, I mean, it's the same concept,
right?
That just you don't know what to do with your hands. You just go crazy.
That's fun.
It was. Yeah, it was so fun, and hearing these highlights from G-Man too, like I'm there's no one I'm more happy for than him.
Yeah, just everything about the evening was great. I mean, just the way they played too, the way they looked. The other part about it is it's now 20 games. It doesn't feel like, hey, that was just a fun night of basketball. Like they're putting something together, and that's what's really, really cool to see.
Also, thoughts
and prayers.
Yeah. To Tyrese and Buddy, sorry about your loss. Yeah, it's tough.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not. By the way, love Tyrese. Seriously, good for him, and all nothing but well wishes to him. But his outfit rolling in, like, what was he like the Terminator? What was going on there? He was all black
and just the way he was walking,
right? Yeah. Like, it's all business tonight. Good luck. I'll tell you this much. What is it? February 2nd, 3rd, whatever. We're in Indiana. They're going to circle that game.
Sure.
They can circle it. They can square it. They can rectangle it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Kings play like they did. The Kings just blew them off the floor.
Yeah.
That's like that's like the type of loss. I'll be very curious to see what they do over the next 5 games. That's like the type of loss like that just straight demoralizes you.
Yeah, I was thinking about their trip out here. I mean, they had the loss to the Clippers. Fortunately for them, they beat the Lakers at the buzzer. They were down 17 in that game. Otherwise, this would be a real rough one for them.
Well, also the Kings, they got 7 of 8 on the road next.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
this is going to be a real test,
and including no stinking games tonight, tomorrow, and then 1 o'clock on Saturday, and then 2 afternoon games on the weekend.
But you know what? It's supposed to rain on Saturday, so it's actually a perfect afternoon to stay in and watch basketball.
Sunday, it's supposed to rain as well, which is great because my wife and I'll be driving a U-Haul back from Riverside.
Nice.
Flying down that morning.
Yeah.
Getting the U-Haul. My mother-in-law stuff.
That's quality time, buddy.
Driving back.
What could go wrong?
You might be doing this. I don't even know. That wasn't even a sentence. There's a lot of emotion.
Might be doing
Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Now the snap. Josh wants to throw. Scans the end zone. Fires the end zone. Got a man wide open. And he's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Touchdown, Bills. They take the lead.
Somebody asked were there tribute videos. No.
Nope.
And we have
honestly, I thought Buddy should have got one, even over Tyrese.
If you do a Buddy one, you have to do a Tyrese.
You don't have to.
I mean, it's not like legal, but you kind of, Let me know, by the way, when you have that audio from. I want to play the reaction.
I'll get that here.
No, I mean,
for next segment.
I know you're spinning.
Next segment, everybody, hear the reaction. That's a tease
with exclusive audio, by the way, off of my phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's exclusive. Okay. I have the rights. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. That's what you heard right there. Beefalo on the old Thursday night football game tonight on Amazon, and they will be taking on the Patriots. This once upon a time was a game where you're like, Buffalo sucks, and they're playing at home against New England.
Patriots. And New England always wins.
New England actually looked pretty decent last week. They lost, but Mac Jones looked like he was awake. Buffalo favored by just 3.5 tonight. I say just. It seems low. for the 8-3 Bills, but that's all about Josh Allen and his arm. We are in week 13, dude.
I know it's going too fast, but what I do like about this, it doesn't happen always this way, but both teams played last Thursday, Thanksgiving. So, like, at least the rest is equal, because I think every player around the league hates playing on Thursday. So
yeah, I think so.
These guys both had a week off.
It sucks for the week where you play on Thursday, but then they get a couple days.
Yeah,
whatever. But this time of year, it's always goofy. That's an interesting battle in the old AFC East, and that'll all start. So at least we have something on TV tonight. No World Cup, no no basketball.
I think there's one NBA game, only one tonight.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, because of the football.
Yeah,
that would dumb sports day.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Cut number 3.
Final seconds tick away. Georgia a winner over Georgia Tech, 37-14. The final score. Georgia has now won 27 straight regular season games.
Why are we playing college football stuff? Well, because the Rose Bowl did something interesting. They've agreed to an amended deal, which now paves the way for the playoff expansion. 12 teams going to the 24-25 season.
Yeah, I think that has potential to be great. It might be one of those situations too where you're going, all right, teams 10 or 12, are they any good? Or I like that format. I like that opportunity for more teams. And hey, remember they're student athletes though.
Here's what's going to be really fun. You've got playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to have? Let's see. 12 turns into 6. 6 turns into. There's going to be a bye in there, I guess, huh?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. 1, 2. You can play up to what? 4 games?
3 I think the top 4. I think the way they said was going to get by something like that. They'll have to construct it out. But
so here's where it's going to get really fun. Is hey. XYZ first, second, third round potential picks. They're all sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to see a lot of that, and that's actually going to become a very popular storyline, especially when they expand. Is okay. I already know I'm going in the first round.
Right.
I have nothing left to prove. Why am I going to put my body on the line when I'm not really
thank
paid?
you, Clemson, for everything you've provided me, but I'm going to be a member of the Indianapolis Colts next year, so making millions.
And you're going to get so much backlash.
Right.
And you know what? I don't think NFL teams I think NFL teams will be fine with it. That's
absolutely.
Because that's the only backlash these guys should worry about.
Yeah.
And we saw it last year. God, who was the quarterback? Ended up going in the first round, but he got hurt in his bowl game. It wasn't Georgia Tech. It was, I'll remember, but he went in the first round. He was projected to go higher. He got hurt, took the whole offseason to recover. And you see stuff like that every single year.
Yeah, I remember back to Christian McCaffrey at Stanford. He sat out whatever bowl game they were. I mean, it was a bowl game, but it's like, it's not a national championship. I'm gonna sit because I'm gonna be highly drafted, and he was.
He was, and excuse me. Gosh, you know what? I just realized my voice is woof woof. We will take a break. When we return, we got all kinds of stuff as I'm trying to, I shouldn't be doing this, but I really want to know the name of that.
All right, while you look for it, I got this for you. Check out Sacramento State football Saturday at 2. It's the FCS playoffs. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Richmond Spiders, Saturday, 2 o'clock, Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
That is going to be well, you know what, Jason? I hope that's not a fantastic game. I hope that's a terrible game, by the way. I hope Sac State absolutely blows them out. All right.
Too.
Oh, Matt Corral, Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hurt himself, hurt his leg, and ends up slipping down to the third round, as a matter of fact, was projected to go much higher. We'll take a break. When we come back, so much fun stuff from last night. Your first chance to go see Sac State, as you said, in the playoffs, and we've got details from the game for you next.
The Kings head to L.A. to take on the Clippers for a Saturday afternoon matinee.
He's got the bucket, and De'Aaron Fox has another 30-point ball game.
Coverage begins at 11:30 with game night on Sactown Sports. Your home for Kings basketball.
Hands up, no fouls, no more, no fouls. Okay, take a break. Hi, Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking what makes you happy. down to your toes happy. For me, it's winning. You can't beat winning, but finally becoming pain-free is pretty good too. And this is where the Good Feet 3-step arch support system can help. By supporting all 4 arches of the foot, Good Feet returns the foot to its more ideal pain-free position. Good Feet makes over 300 styles, sizes, and flexibilities, so the Good Feet arch support specialist will find the pair just right for you. This holiday season, Good Feet arch supports with their lifetime warranty would be a sensational holiday gift. During the holiday, when you purchase a Good Feet gift certificate, the Good Feet store will add 20% to its value. Free. That's 20% bonus free. Visit the Good Feet store and experience for yourself the pain-free comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports. Get a free arch support fitting and test walk. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. Goodfeet.com.
Meet Joe A,
Hi.
Joe B,
Hello.
and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
Cam's Photography knows wedding season ramps up in a flash.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon.
I need Indeed.
After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season.
Amy's Outdoor Living makes an incredible metamorphosis.
Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Plus sensational gifts for everyone on your list. Is there a better gift than a Traeger pellet grill? No. Specially priced for the holidays. Save $400 off the Timberline 850 and 1350, $200 off the Pro 575. Oh my goodness gracious. Get $2 off all rub sauces and seasonings and pellets. Fire pits make a wonderful gift. And it'll be where the family gets together to enjoy all that Christmas cheer. Experience the magic of the holidays at Amy's Outdoor Living. Now 2 locations. El Camino near Watt and Carmichael. That's the one I grew up going to with my dad. And inside Amy Ace Hardware in El Dorado Hills Town Center. Get up there today. Enjoy the holidays. Make everybody happy. And support your good local businesses like Amy Ace Hardware.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California? The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, curbside pickup, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Carmichael Dave here, letting you know when the housing market shifts quickly like it has the last few months, having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. It's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. And you can check them out at refinancewithshelby.com. They're fast, they're local, and competitive. Shelby's team, as I've told you for years, is well known in the real estate market from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. With the increase in inventory, the market has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. You can always refi as soon as rates come down, or United Wholesale Lending has alternative loan options like a 2-1 buy down. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the 3-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments. And the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9. On the home floor, they're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year, and their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season. Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now.
Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports, 1140.
1-800-920-1140. Get in right now. We are bribing you for listening. Thank you. Sac State Hornets, Richmond Spiders this Saturday. This time, it's for real.
100% for real.
100% for real. And we've got tickets for you to get there and cheer on our Hornet Stingers. Up.
Yeah.
Jason, you've got a question.
I do. This is like a softball. I mean, it's just, it's a layup. It's a softball. It's an extra point.
It really is.
It's all right there for you to be super easy.
Although I tried to kick an extra point once at UC Davis. Didn't work.
Wasn't that a field goal?
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Let's give you credit. It was a 50-yarder. A 60-yarder.
Yeah, right.
The wind.
Dad.
Was he just disappointed? And then your dad lines it up and drills the kick.
Well, he did. And then he looked at me and goes, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then you cried your way home.
Also, everyone, hello on the Sactown Sports YouTube page. And, when you watch us on YouTube, and we appreciate everybody listening. And that's the large majority are listening on the radio, and we appreciate you too. But sometimes you get special treats. Like everybody on YouTube got a sneak preview of Jay Mars's update.
Yeah, it's like an Easter egg.
Yeah, kind of.
You never know what you're going to get.
And they think that he did that by accident. That's something we're going to maybe start doing here.
Bonus content.
Yes.
Every time I turn the mic on.
Behind the scenes.
I don't like that.
No.
Sometimes I say bad words.
What you say? Are you saying when a radio microphone is on and the hosts don't know, bad things can happen?
It can.
What?
It's not known to happen, but there's always the possibility.
We call that the career ender.
Like I said, sometimes when I'm recording, I say bad words on accident when I get frustrated. Now I can't say bad words.
Now, speaking of fun stuff, there was a lot of fun stuff at the game last night. 50 Cent along with Malik Monk both lit the beam. That was awesome. That was so awesome.
It was.
And
you were right there. You were really pretty close to that.
Right there watching the whole thing. I was allowed to film that. So I got my little camera out there. I took the wife to the game last night instead of the son. Saw a lot. By the way, to all of you I saw, and sorry didn't get to see everybody, but, listen, I understand that, maybe I don't want to say no one, but you have to be a special type of ding dong to come up and be like, show is stupid. Like, so I get it when people are
I get those.
You get all of those. Like when you come in, hey, I listen to the show, every day. But
it's really cool.
The amount of people that talked to last night that are just like, hey, awesome. Isn't this great? And it wasn't just, hey, great show. It was also like, how great is this? But just being able to interact in person and see the happiness in people's eyes.
So what number was larger? The number of people that came up to you that did that and said really nice things about the show, or the number of people that filmed you eating popcorn?
Dude, seriously. It's
same people.
It's my own damn fault. But here, as I've explained before, I am now an ex-smoker, but for the longest time, the bulk of my life was a smoker, and I'm I get very nervous watching games. Very, very nervous watching games.
So you're a snacker.
I'm a snacker. I have to munch, and so popcorn, a lot of candy last night.
Oh.
I was stuffing my pockets with candy. I know. And Hershey's Kiss melted in my pocket. I forgot it was in there.
Oh,
yeah, it was
not in your hands.
No, it was good. As a matter of fact, when I sat down, the first thing I did was spill my soda. They handed me one of those like Gatorade towels. So can't take me anywhere. Can't take me anywhere.
You're like puke guy.
Exactly. Except I was spill the soda guy.
Okay.
It was just great being around everyone. Also, seeing the interactions on the Pacers bench. It'd be nice to sit next to the Kings bench, but I would have rather last night. It was neat to see Buddy and Tyrese and all those guys. frustrated as all get out. One of the narratives that came out was, I saw this in more than a couple of places, and I don't know if it just sounded differently on the broadcast, but the whole thing about like, well, there was some there were cheers for Tyrese, and then, you know, mostly cheers for Buddy, but, you know, a couple of scattered boos. No. In fact, I actually, this is off my phone. I filmed the intros, and you're going to hear right the tail end of Tyrese Haliburton getting introduced, and then listen for when Buddy gets introduced. That's Haliburton. We're clapping.
That was. I'm glad you played it to hear it a second time, because so we're on. We kind of paused to hear it. You definitely heard cheers for Tyrese. I don't even know if I
didn't hear any boos.
I don't think I did. And sometimes even if you hear 10, you'll hear it. I don't think I heard it. It sounded more fervor for the boos there than I thought live.
Okay.
Like it wasn't. By no means was it raucous as a cheer, but beyond that, it was way noticeable when he touched the ball every time after. I'm like, wow, we're doing this?
Every time he touched the ball, it was the Marvin Bagley treatment.
Yeah, that surprised me.
The Spencer Hawes treatment. Here's one more time. Just listen to the boos coming in. By the way, I just want to note, you could hear the clapping the whole way through. That was us. We were clapping for both. I don't understand the Buddy hatred. I've heard the reasons. I don't get it, but I will say this. I firmly believe, and by the end of the night, he cleaned it up. But I can tell you this much. I promise you, to start the game, he was shook. He was a little shook. He was a little bit shook by that. I don't think he expected that. And from a Kings fan point of view, I was all for it. Like, great, because we want to win this game, and I didn't expect it to be this much of a blowout. He ended up 6 of 13, which isn't great, but isn't terrible. But I think a lot of that came later, 3 of 8 from behind the arc. But in the beginning, he was missing everything. I want to say he started out like 1 of 5, 1 of 6, something like that. So that was that. A lot of fun stuff last night. Harrison Barnes led the team in scoring at 22 points. God, I want to say, what are they? 8? I got to find the stat. It was something silly. 7-1 when he does what? When
it's like 16 or more.
It was like 15 or more. Yeah, 7-1. So yeehaw, do more of that, please. Here he was with G-Man post game. I said, here he was with G-Man post game.
Harrison Barnes slipping on a headset, and it was good to see the Falcon putting up nice numbers tonight. Harrison, almost 26 minutes of playing time, 22 points, 6 of 9 shooting, 5 boards, couple of assists, couple of steals. A little bit of everything here for you tonight. But the important thing, of course, is to get the beam lit and to enjoy a victory. How satisfying was this performance?
Man, it was good to come out here, after a 3-game slide, get a win, get back on the right track. So that's a big win for us tonight.
What stood out in your mind in a game that only had 1 lead change? What was the key to Sacramento's success in your mind?
I think just starting off with energy. I mean, the biggest thing we knew coming into this game, and after this 3-game slide that we had, that we wanted to try to be better. So I think just starting off with energy, getting stopped, and getting out and run is big for us.
One of the things that I happened to note was after the way the third quarter started in the last game against Phoenix, and Phoenix came out of the locker room with a 13-2 run, the Kings dropped the hammer and scored 44 in the third tonight. There was absolutely no letdown.
I mean, I think we can see the way this team played the Lakers last game, coming back from down 17 to get a win. We want to try to, come out with energy, knowing that this team was going to battle and really try to put this game away.
We should point out to our radio audience, or audio audience, that the thunder you hear in the background is going along with the celebration that accompanies the lighting of the beam. Malik Monk was the trigger man for lighting the beam tonight. Harrison, I know you've been in this league 11 years. You've seen various gimmicks. The way this beam has caught on in Sacramento is totally fascinating to me. I don't know how you look at it. I'd be interested to know how you look at it.
Man, I think it's great for our fans. It's great for the community, just to be united in the same front and to make every one of these home wins just a little bit more special. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
And you were talking about energy a moment ago. If there's anybody who personifies energy coming off the bench, it's got to be Malik Monk. What has he meant to the Kings?
Malik has meant so much to us. I think every day just, bringing energy. Obviously, you guys see it on the floor, but, in the locker room, on the plane, just around the facility, he has a great energy about him that guys love to hang around him.
That's Harrison Barnes. I love that G-Man acknowledges the beam every time.
Yeah, because it gets so loud in there.
It's fantastic. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get some post-game reaction from last night beyond Harrison Barnes and G-Man. We'll hear from Mike Brown. And if we have time, Keegan Murray. Trash talking? Wow. We'll do that next.
The only place you'll find Harrison Barnes is Sactown Sports.
Harrison now pulls up at the right elbow. He drains a 15-footer.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Harrison Barnes, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
There's nothing worse than being cold and uncomfortable in your own home. Make sure you and your family are able to enjoy the holidays this winter. At American Energy Heat and Air, they want to make sure your furnace is running safely and efficiently during these cold months for only $49. Take advantage of their 30-point tune-up today. I did. I took advantage of it in the spring, got my air conditioner taken care of. They were out at my house checking everything. It was so cool. They didn't know it was me. I had my wife sign up so they wouldn't know it was me. Wanted to do that test. They were so polite. So nice. Didn't try to sell me on anything. Just took care of my AC, and I was nice and cool all summer. American Energy, proudly servicing the Sacramento community since 1981, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Book your tune-up today for just $49. Call 916-520-9990 or visit them at AmericanEnergyAir.com.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at last year's Elk Grove Dodge. And this year, Vince, we've got football games on Sunday, Monday, Thursday.
Yeah, but they're nothing like the Friday deals at last year's Elk Grove Dodge.
Black Friday deals.
Black Friday deals on new Ram 1500 Bighorns. This month, take $11,000 off MSRP on over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. And during the Black Friday sales event, I'll throw in 0% financing for up to 48 months, plus no payments for 90 days. All three.
$11,000 off Bighorns plus financing and no payments for 90 days. All three? Vince, I'd call that a completion.
No, I'd call that a score.
Save $11,000 on over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Plus get 0% financing for 48 months and no payments for 90 days.
Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Includes $5,000 in California Black Friday retail bonus and bonus cash on approved credit. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. 0% APR for 48 months is $20.83 for $1,000 borrowed. Sample in 39.57.96 ends 11/30/22.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Black Friday sales event?
Right now, save up to $6,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4s with no payments for 90 days. If you need a new work truck, that's 3 months of work before your first payment. And only at Hoblet, save an extra $1,000 for all business owners, farmers, and first responders.
Wow, a Hoblet exclusive $1,000 discount. That's double what Chrysler was offering. Do you have anything else going on, Chad?
Yep, you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs with no payments for 90 days and interest rates so low you'll think it's 2019. Plus, with our true price, you don't have to worry about last-minute add-ons or dealer markups.
Stop by the Hoblet Ram Truck Center off County Road 102 and I-5 in Woodland or search Select and Save at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
6,000 total net savings after $1,000 factory rebates and $5,000 dealer discount. Rebates include $1,000 Hoblet Ram coupons only while supplies last. Dealer discounts include $1,000 business owner, farmer, first responder discount. Not all buyers will qualify. 10,000 total net savings after 5,500 factory rebates and 4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify and $1,000 Hoblet Ram coupons only while supplies last. 5 at each net savings. See dealer for details.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael
How popular do you want to be?
meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics are going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
One thing I did get to see is old friend Coach Jenny. Used to be on our assistant staff.
Honors
now,
coach, yeah.
Yeah, now on Rick Carlisle's staff. She's so great, and she had a great moment with De'Aaron Fox post-game. You can tell they're very, very close. I only got part of it on tape, and I'm so sad about it. It's on my Twitter from yesterday, but as warm-ups are ending, all the Pacers are coming back down to sit down at the bench, and she's up front. Different, multi-step handshake for every player. The creativity and memory needed alone for that is fantastic. And it was just, I don't care if it's the Pacers or the Kings. It was super fun to see.
That's cool.
That was my fault in the last segment because I got carried away with the highlights and I completely blew off the Sac State contest, which we don't want to do. Sac State, Richmond Spiders, this Saturday. We have playoff tickets for you. You've got a fun.
Wait, you don't want to do the contest?
No, I'm saying I blew it off in no, I want to do
You said, and we got to do the Sac State contest, which we don't want to do.
Did I say that?
Sounded like that.
Am I having a stroke? I don't know. Am I so excited? Am I just,
You're going to be one that's going to pass out at the games.
I will 100% be that guy. 1-800-920-1140. It's an easy question.
Yes.
Easier than yesterday.
Very easy.
Put it this way. I got it right on my first try.
What? Right. Exactly. Who knows nothing about Sac State?
Even though he goes there.
1-800-920-1140. Get in right now. Mike Brown, in the meantime, while we wait for you to call in and win, talked about 50 Cent being around the team at practice yesterday.
It was great having 50 here today. His message was great for our guys. You know, here's an icon that started in the music game and was at the top of the music game, and then he pivoted once at the right time. And now, he's doing just as well, if not better, in the TV movie world. And so just talking to our guys about, pivoting when the time is right, because basketball is going to come to an end for all those guys. And what's next in your life, sky's the limit. Use your platform now to kind of set yourself up and go get it. It was just fun hearing him tell it the way he envisioned it and how it worked out for him. Having guys like that. We had Barry Bonds stopped by before. Adam Shire, the guy that invented Siri, stopped by before. So to get guests to come in and tell their stories and give the guys a break from hearing my voice is always a positive.
That's Mike Brown.
That's cool.
That is very cool. Let's go to Mason. It better not be Mason. It's Mason again. Mason, you're on with Jason Ross, play-by-play voice, award-nominated play-by-play voice for the Sac State Hornets, and he has a question for you.
All right, Mason, we got to get you to this game.
Hey.
Tried yesterday.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah,
Mason.
good morning.
Weren't you stressed out about getting into work yesterday?
I want to apologize. I really do want to talk to you guys, but I was just like, I got super nervous when you guys answered. I thought we were going to do like a talk.
I'm going to have to sit you down and have a talk.
Well, let's have a talk now. Hopefully congratulating you.
Yeah, Mason, this one is, we're going to have a talk if you don't get this one. It's super easy. Here you go, Mason, for 2 tickets to see the Hornets and the Richmond Spiders Saturday. Simple. What is the name of the Sacramento State's head football coach?
Troy Smith.
No, Jason, come back. Could he have
Troy Brown? Troy Brown.
Does he get one ticket? All right, buddy, go to work.
Jason's best part is he misses it first, clearly. Right. And he comes back with a second, still missing. But he's just right there, though. He's right there.
You get half the tickets. Jason's left the building.
Jason's so mad.
Oh, my God. Let me go. Jason gave him the double hand wave.
Oh.
Shane. Hello, Shane. How are you? Hello. Hi, Shane. For Sac State playoff tickets and a happier Jason Ross, what's the name of the head coach of the Sac State Hornets?
Oh, man, I should know this. I want to say Jonathan Taylor.
You just do oh my gosh, my favorite contest ever. Peter, playoff ticket eater, I hope. What's the name of that?
Thank God.
Troy Taylor.
Troy Taylor.
Let's go, Sac State.
Let's go. Here goes Jason. Yay. Jonathan Taylor. Congratulations. You got yourself playoff tickets.
Shout out Peter doing the addition there. Wait, Troy plus Taylor.
Troy Taylor. It's like the old Sesame Street. Troy Taylor. Boom them together.
I had it wrong. I'm sorry. It was a really difficult question.
It was apparently a really difficult question. Well, congratulations, Peter. Hopefully you're going to be a playoff victory eater at the game this weekend. Sac State, Richmond Spiders.
Don't come by the booth, the other two, Mason and
Shane. Shane. Well, they got, like I said, they've got one ticket.
Mason, we have to have a talk.
Yeah, Mason, you need to take the day off today, Mason.
Dave, honest question.
Yeah.
More offended there, Jason Ross or Mike Barnbaum?
I've never seen Jason Ross that angry before in my life. And I
threw a chair.
He threw a chair. Like he Bobby Knighted his way out of this room. I've seen Jason interrupted by an overzealous board operator going to break before. I was right there for that.
Heated.
That was the birth of the double hand wave.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It wasn't one. It deserved 2 hand waves.
It was 2 hand waves. In this case, I'm surprised we said James Taylor.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
I have. I want to play this clip from Coach Brown because, well, let's see if he mentions it in here. I haven't heard this clip yet, but
what's his first name?
Troy, Coach Troy Brown. Here's I noticed something happened yesterday. I don't know if it's organic or not, and I don't care. I'll explain after the clip.
Malik was fantastic. 26 and 4. I still think he can get a couple more rebounds because he's just that athletic and he's got a nose for ball. But he's fantastic. And I said this beforehand, he should start getting some mention for that 6 man of the year stuff, especially if we keep playing well.
Love it.
So he said that pregame.
And then postgame.
I believe it was the Kings that tweeted something out about.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, if it's not organic, it all came together yesterday organically. But there's now I think yesterday was the official kickoff to the Malik Monk 6th Man Award campaign.
Yeah, he's been incredible. And I think he missed his first 3 shots yesterday and then made like 6 in a row. He's got so many highlights per game. His 3 is good. His fast break, his playmaking, everything. He's been great.
I want a teddy bear, but instead of a teddy bear to go to sleep every night, I want to cuddle up next to the highlight of Malik Monk and that steal and the dunks and the Terrence Davis. It's just,
that sequence was incredible.
I want Malik Monk and Terrence Davis on my shoulders all day, but like not a devil and angel, and angel. And
yes.
I just want them to hype me up.
Yeah.
They
did yesterday.
There is not a name yet. We have not coined a name for the bench, but this is the bench mob. This is a Liddy committee. This is the beam team. Like this, there's something there. And the yesterday, and we've seen this before, whether it's won games for the Kings or it's kept them in games for the Kings, this bench team far more often than not is going to be better than their bench team. Whatever team they play,
right? This
is one of the better, deeper benches in the NBA, whether it's Monk, whether it's Terrence Davis, whether it's Davion Mitchell, whether it's Chimezie Metu, whomever it is. And I'm forgetting people.
Well, Trey Lyles has been
out last 2 games.
Yeah,
non-COVID sickness, illness. It's so fun to see, and it's so fun to see too. Like Terrence Davis, you can just he's going to be counting money next year.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a contract year. Malik Monk to be rewarded for taking a chance coming here, and let's be honest,
like a steal.
And he voluntarily came here. He wasn't forced. He wasn't drafted or traded. He voluntarily came here, and I love the fact that he's being rewarded for that. We will take a break. God, for real, we're already an hour in.
Isn't it fun talking about these Kings?
Oh my goodness gracious! I could go 4 hours.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, I could today on a day like today.
Who would ever go 4 hours?
I would go 4 hours on a day like today for free.
Wow.
When we get back, we'll update 3 in the key.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And let's talk about you, the fans, and the fan experience.
It is legit at the games.
It's legit. It's exciting. And the only thing I can think of more legit and exciting is the transformation that Amy Ace Hardware goes through each and every holiday season. My goodness, dozens of beautiful, gorgeous, decorated, themed Christmas trees, hundreds of unique ornaments, perfect for any tree. Is it perfect for this tree? Yeah. Well, is it perfect for that tree? Uh-huh. It's perfect all the way around. I like Jason Ross's jump shot. No, that's right there. He fell short. It's wet. Sensational gifts for everyone on your list. Seriously, is there a better gift than a Traeger pellet grill? No, there isn't. Specially priced for the holidays. $400 off the Timberline $850 and $1350. $200 off the Pro 575. $2 off all rub, sauces, seasonings, and pellets. Fire pits. What a wonderful place to gather around with the family and friends and enjoy the Christmas cheer. Experience the magic of the holidays at Amy's Outdoor Living. 2 locations now. The one I grew up with, went to with my dad. That might be where my popcorn addiction started, because more often than not, they got free popcorn there. Watt, El Camino, and Carmichael, right by Sam's Hofbrau. And inside Amy Ace Hardware, El Dorado Hills, Town Center. Get in there. Say hi. And don't tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. You'll just get probably like blank looks and stuff, but get there and support local business. That's what we always tell you to do. Being at the game was absolutely insane. The energy is back, and then some. We got 3 in the key recap as well. We'll do that next.
The Kings head to L.A. to take on the Clippers for a Saturday afternoon matinee.
He's got the bucket, and De'Aaron Fox has another 30-point ball game.
Coverage begins at 11:30 with Game Night on Sactown Sports. Your home for Kings basketball.
Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows the Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Missed Black Friday? Dell's Cyber Monday event starts now with deals on powerful business tech. The savings start now with up to 50% off on select business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Cyber Monday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Ian Eagle here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up, AFC East action with Mac Jones and the Patriots hosting Josh Allen and the Bills. Buffalo is 8-3, but 0-2 in the division. Now they travel to New England for their first meeting of the year with Bill Belichick's 6-5 Pats. Join me and Jason McCourty for all the action on Thursday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/check. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Your 2022 Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets are hosting a second-round playoff game on Saturday, December 3rd, against the Richmond Spiders at Hornet Stadium. The Hornets are the number 2 seed in the FCS playoffs with game time at 2 o'clock. Tickets start at just $10 and are available at hornetsports.com. It's time to pack Hornet Stadium and cheer on your hometown Hornets in their quest for a national championship. Go Hornets and Stingers up.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life and your choices with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age, but there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Carmichael Dave here, letting you know when the housing market shifts quickly like it has the last few months, having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. we've got just that lender. It's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Now you can check them out at refinancewithshelby.com. They're fast, they're local, and competitive. Shelby's team, as I've told you for years, is well known in the real estate market from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved upfront so you can compete with the cash offers. With the increase in inventory, the market has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. You can always refi as soon as rates come down, or United Wholesale Lending has alternative loan options like a 2-1 buy down. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
1, 2, 3. KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports headlines.
8 seconds.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the 3-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9. On the home floor, they're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year, and their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season. Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Big win last night. Sam Amick will join us just under an hour to talk about it. Had a nice Q&A going on The Athletic a couple days ago about these Kings who are national news. Many basketball heads, Rob Perez, Bill Simmons, just singing praises. And it's so funny because I see, and I get it. I understand it. I feel it in my veins. When national media is talking trash on us, it's always like, oh, you guys don't watch. Oh, if we were the Lakers, we didn't. You guys, whatever. And like, we truly suck, but we still get mad about it.
Right.
Then we're good, and they're like, oh my God, this team is a blast to watch. Bill Simmons said, this is my second favorite team behind the Celtics. I watch as much Kings basketball as I can. Rob Perez is saying, and he's a big Twitter celebrity in the NBA. The energy is unmatched. And, all these people. And then I see so many Kings fans. They're like, no, you hated us before. You're not allowed on the wagon. No, go away. Like
bring them on.
It's dumb.
Welcome aboard.
It makes no sense, but it makes sense. Like I get it. Yeah. I absolutely get it. We have to find a name for the bench. I think we should have it's what our old friend Craig Amazon called a charrette, which he learned, I think, from Disney meetings, where everybody would sit in a room around a whiteboard and no idea, nothing was stupid. And like the whole point was, if you think something, say something. And if you don't do that, then you are failing the team, because even if it's the dumbest thing in the world, it might trigger somebody else going, oh, and then you throw everything on the wall and you see if something sticks, and eventually you come up with something. We need to come up with we were goofing around a beam mob. No, of course it's not going to be that. The bench beams. Nope, it won't be that either. But Liddy committee and bench mob, and that can't be the only things. Goon squad. Like
Liddy committee, as you said before, would be
it would be
perfect right now.
for right now.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the beam lights. By the way, breaking news. I got to give everybody here. This is based on last night's game.
When it breaks, we have it first. Sactown Sports 1140. Breaking news.
It's just in. This is official from the NBA. The Sacramento Kings won the trade.
Oh,
they won the trade.
Pretty decisively.
Yeah, very. It's official. They won the trade. We said it yesterday. Yeah. Whoever wins the game wins the trade.
That's the way it works. It's not,
no.
Said it before, so it's not like
we don't make the rules.
Each team had a chance.
No, they had their opportunity. Even if they'd have lost by like 5. Okay, well, the jury's still out. No, they got pasted.
Yeah, they got pacered.
Yeah, they did. You know what? I'll tell you what Tyrese Haliburton and I both had in common in the fourth quarter. We had a great seat.
Yes.
We had a wonderful seat to watch the game.
Yeah.
Same with Buddy.
You were closer to center court than he was.
I absolutely was. Yeah. I literally had better seats. He was stuck over on the baseline. And so there you go. So no more arguing. No more back and forth.
Yep. It's over.
None of that. We got 3 in the key. We got to recap because I keep moving past that. And I want to know how badly I beat you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Our key figures were the guys playing against their former team. So we started with Tyrese Haliburton. We asked all 3 of us for points, rebounds, and assists for Tyrese. Davey said 22, 6, and 12. I said 19, 7, and 13. Jay, 32, 10, and 10.
What an idiot.
He ended with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Oh, so
I don't even.
Maybe we all lose.
Yeah, he got the assist right on.
He did.
Dave was closer in rebounds. I guess we split.
We split. 3-way tie.
Yep.
That's awesome. Just like soccer.
Yes. We also asked 3-pointers made for Shavano, for Buddy Hield.
Budrick.
You said 5. I said 4. Jay said 7. He made 3.
You win.
I guess I won.
Yeah, you won that one.
All right. Then the last one was other guy playing his former team, Domantas Sabonis.
Yes.
Points, rebounds, assists for Domas. Davey said 17, 7, and 7.
Yeah, I did.
I said 14, 17, and 8. Jay said 26, 15, and 9. He ended with 11, 10, and 7. So, Dave, you got the assists right on. Dave was closer in rebounds, and I was closer in points.
Okay, well, let's split 2/3 and a third.
What a disappointing game from those 3.
Yeah.
Just really ruined the whole vibe last night.
It sure did. Sabonis was actually really good. He just foul trouble.
So good.
He's going to get that triple-double. He's just all around it every game.
He's so...
You know what? I mean, the other, everything was about Sabonis last night. Everything was about Buddy and Tyrese.
Yeah.
You know who was a non-factor was Miles Turner.
No, he was.
I mean, he had a block or 2 that were nice, but just no offensive presence.
Nope. 4 points.
Yep.
6 boards. He did have 3 blocks, but whatever.
Okay.
The energy last night was insane. We played this earlier. Here was your intros for Tyrese Haliburton going right into Buddy Hield, and you could tell exactly how the crowd felt for both.
So I didn't like not that part, whatever, but I didn't like the Buddy getting booed every time he touched the ball. But you know what I think it did now in retrospect? Everybody was so engaged.
Yes.
So engaged.
Yes.
And now you were there last night as a fan, right? Okay, so it just felt so palpable, the energy. But sometimes, I'm at every game, but I'm like, it's getting louder every game.
Yeah.
What did you feel? What did you experience?
It was... I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to try. This is kind of a narrow casting thing here. Anybody who's ever seen Star Wars, when the Death Star fires, it's not just a beam. It's like 5 little laser beams going to a giant beam, and that's what blows up the planet. Think of those beams as energy. Like everyone, I think, was feeding so much off of everyone else's energy that we all were like super energy beings. It was palpable. I'll bet you blood pressures were skyrocketed. And I think what people are beginning to realize again, because you have to have a team to be able to execute it, but it really makes a difference to the team.
Yeah.
Your team is better when the crowd is engaged. You think you like it, I like it, when someone hits a 3 in the middle of a 7-0 run and the house goes crazy. What do you think the players feel?
Yeah. The example of, Rick Carlisle exhausts all his timeouts. He's trying to stop all of these runs, and he can't. He's out of timeouts by the end of the third quarter. But there was a play where Keegan was the last highlight before a timeout. It was a dunk on a great pass. Carlisle caused timeout. And then, Keegan is as stone-faced, like he just doesn't react. Well, the bench was like, let's get something out of him. You could see Metu like, let's jump. And then you're like, hey, there's a big smile from Keegan. I'm like, they got him.
They got him.
And that's just, but you want everybody to feel that energy, and the players have to love it.
I think they bathe in it. I really do. Yeah. I think they bathe in that. It's palpable. It really was just, everyone is so, because oftentimes, it's a loss or it's a lackluster game. People are on their phones. People are talking to each other. No, I'll tell you one thing I noticed too. For those that sit down near the court, there's a bunch of different lounges, the Lexus Lounge, Assembly, row 1, blah, blah, blah. There's like 4 or 5 different lounges. And for those who've never been in there, you go in there and there's food, there's drink, there's snacks, whatever. People hang out, socialize, do their thing. And a lot of times, you wonder, well, third quarter started and the place looks damn near empty, because on the TV feed, and by the way, in all the seats, you're going to wait in line for
concourse is busy,
very busy.
Yeah.
So when the broadcast comes back, you see that lower bowl is pretty much the only thing that's shown, and a lot of that lower bowl are people that are in the lounges. I'll tell you one thing I noticed last night is there were a lot more people that made sure they were out for the start of the second half, which was great to see. Like, okay, we got our stuff. We got to go. We're not here to socialize. We're here to watch the game.
It goes back to the team is fun. It's enjoyable. Yep. You don't know what you're going to miss. Maybe you miss the highlight of the night if you're in there talking to friends or family or whoever you've gone to the game with. And winning helps a lot of this, but just even the Phoenix game they lost, I thought there were as many highlights in that game really as last night. Just they didn't win. They're playing really well. They're enjoyable, and we're seeing something special happening right now, which is great.
Fred on the chat, and hello to all of you in the YouTube chat and everywhere else. The Nets game was playoff-like also. Golden One Center is becoming a battlefield, as it should. It should be a war zone for other teams. Diehard city, baby. I'll say it again as I continue to try to make Vivek money. I've been waiting for this. I think we're there. We've got the Beam team. Everything going with that. I think it's also time to start, and I'd love to see this in the intros. Let's start embracing basketball hell the way we've wanted to embrace basketball hell. This has been basketball hell since Spud Webb said it. Rudy Gay said it. It is synonymous with this team. But I think, and we've been waiting for a good team, you change this and you make it a positive. Welcome to basketball hell. Here's the Beam team. I want pyro at the intros. I want video. Welcome to basketball hell. You're going to get burnt. And here we go off to the races. There's so many things that you can change when this team is good. I want to see them so hyped up that they just roll over their competition. Like they're driving a brand new Hoblet truck, as a matter of fact. There's so much going on right now at Hoblet. So many savings at Hoblet. It's locally owned. It's locally operated. It really, truly is a place where not only can you save money while everybody else is, marking up their MSRP. Not here. Nope. Not happening at Hoblet at all. They're marking it down. Yeah, they are. They're marking it down for you to making sure you get a great deal. Hoblet exclusive special discount on Ram trucks. You're a business owner, a farmer, a first responder, you get a dealer discount, $1,000. It's double That's double of what the normal discount might be at other places. The number 1 Ram truck dealer in California, number 3 in the entire United States. Check the Yelp, check the Google reviews. Everyone talks about the great service and how Hoblet doesn't mark up their vehicles. JD Power's customer first dealership since 2019. Get up there, 5 minutes from the airport. Search, select, and save at hobletdodge.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Look at this nonstop sports talk going all the way to the bottom of the hour. That was it. That was your entire break right there. Let's get to 3 for Madness.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
Hey, Earl wants a hell-themed night with hell jerseys.
Yeah.
Just a alternate jersey with beams and fire all over it. Fire. Let's go. Fire.
Satanic Sacramento.
Yes. Who's not in? All right, let's go. Question un.
Jason. Dave.
Yeah. Hi.
Both of you were at the game last night. This is factual.
Yep.
And we like to talk about food because we're all fat. So, Dave, what did you eat at the game last night? And Jason, what was the media room meal?
Jason.
Last night, I always have the salad bar, so that was there.
The untouched, the most untouched thing, the most untouched bar in the world is the media salad bar.
I've never understood why you'd give media salad.
You could make the salad bar an actual bar, like a candy bar of. It doesn't matter. Not touching it. Did you? You were the one.
Just the one healthy media member.
It's
in
kind
the
of the
building.
first in line.
Just a bowl of black olives and those little corn on the cobs.
Yes,
that's all you
a ton
eat.
of ranch. Let's see, corn on the cob.
Yeah,
and then they had beef, like a beef brisket, like a barbecue beef brisket. Yeah, and then they had little rolls. So I cut the roll in half and made a little mini sandwich.
How was
Slider.
how was the
slider?
How was the tenderness?
Not bad, because sometimes I think when those are a buffet-esque type thing, you're like, ooh. This has turned into jerky, but that was okay.
It was good.
Yeah, not bad.
And shout out to a lot of places. I know in Phoenix in the Mr. McCoy media room. Thank you. They charge you.
Yes,
they charge you.
Yeah.
A lot of places do. Shout out to the Kings for feeding their medias.
The only unfortunate thing about the media meal last night, it's all a timing thing. The cookies were gone.
Oh no!
By the time, like that batch, like they bring more, but the time to get up for the radio show, I was like, wow.
Those
I didn't time it right.
Those cookies are fantastic. I've had a few snuck
really
over to me.
Salt on the top. Salt Bay.
That's so nice. I don't want to share. Here's the thing. There's no way.
We saw popcorn.
Yes,
and you said candy.
I had popcorn and candy.
Did you eat dinner at home or did you eat
no? We ate it. We ate it at the game.
Oh, so what'd you eat?
There's literally no way for me to answer this without sounding like whatever. So I'm just walking into this. So we went with friends, and they had passes into the Lexus Lounge.
Okay.
I'm Dave. I go with friends that have passes in the Lexus Lounge.
Well, they had.
I'm rich.
They had He knows a rich person. That was.
He
nice
knows a rich person, and they treated us to a nice Lexus Lounge.
Yeah, there's no way for me. I
Is that how everybody talks in there?
Yeah.
How was the caviar in the Lexus Lounge?
So
you get a Lexus.
Mommy drunk by noon got herself some wine with her friend. No, it was a wine. Or no, maybe it was a beer night. I actually it was beers. No, they had sushi, which is what I just piled up a plate of sushi. It's easy finger food. They also had, I know they had hot dogs, but like brats.
Yeah.
They did have cookies and all kinds of different things, but I sushi'd like a madman. And then they have candy and popcorn as you walk out. So I grabbed a box of popcorn and I stuffed my pockets.
So like loose candy?
Like they have bowls of different candies.
Scoop.
I went handful of Fireballs.
Scoop and score.
Handful of like lemon head type things, and then bad move, handful of Hershey's Kisses, which I forgot about, and they melted. And it looked like I was out of toilet paper by the third quarter. Yeah.
They said, by the way, at the media, like they serve hot dogs at halftime.
Did they?
I don't know. Didn't know that. I mean, I never go down there. I mean, once I get to my seat,
I say, do you even have time to go down there at half?
That's when we're doing stuff.
Yeah, you got to do the thing.
We need to get you an intern that can go fetch you food at halftime.
Who, him or me?
Him.
Oh yeah,
really?
Anybody to get you more.
I mean, I'm fine with that too.
More candy.
You need to get your steps in, sir.
Number 2.
Question 2.
We have made it to the 12th month of the year. Congratulations to both of you.
Yay, everyone.
When you think of sports in December, what comes to mind?
It used to be bowl games.
Yeah. Basketball?
It's Kings now, baby.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's basketball.
Football's getting near the end, but I'm so into
Christmas
the Kings
football.
right now. Christmas football or Christmas basketball?
Yeah, well, college basketball's getting underway, but I'm not really there yet.
Years ago, it was bowl games.
Yeah, I think it's NBA now. I'm just December's
It's been NBA for a long time.
Yeah,
Kings.
For a long time, for me, it was like I could always remember the winter months, December especially. When it was like wet and rainy in California, like that was the time to really get cheap Kings tickets when they sucked.
Yeah,
nobody wanted to go to the games on a rainy night. Like you could find tickets for like $5 to $10.
Honestly, wasn't December 1st kind of your traditional day? You started the trade or the draft simulator.
That was November 1st.
It's actually right. Well, we're coming up very quickly in 24 days from now, Christmas Day. I thought this is where you were going. And maybe because the Kings are doing well, that changes a little bit, but that's generally the start. It's where I feel the first pangs of, we're running out of, summer's going to be here soon.
That is the day.
We're going into NFL playoffs.
You open the draft lottery advent calendar.
Yes. Just, look, number 4, Victor Wembanyama. Oh, look, Scoot Henderson. Number 3.
Question 3.
We lost the music icon. Christine McVie yesterday at the age of 79. She was best known for her time with Fleetwood Mac. What is your favorite Fleetwood Mac song?
So back when Columbia House had those like get 13 tapes for a penny thing, and I scammed them with like 70 different names.
Tapes or CDs?
Or
both.
This was tapes back then, and then CDs. One of the tapes, the ones that they make you take, was Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. And
great album, by the way.
Great album. And that was really my first kind of exposure to Fleetwood Mac. And then I will never forget, I was in St. Paul, Minnesota living, and on their PBS station out there, they had a live concert by Fleetwood Mac called The Dance. They were, I believe, on the grounds of USC. And at the end, they played Tusk, and the USC marching band joined them. If you've never seen Fleetwood Mac's The Dance video or concert, it's one of the best live concerts I've ever seen in my life. So it was one of those nights, Jason, where I realized, oh my God, that's Fleetwood Mac. Oh my God, that
like so many hits.
One of those bands where you don't realize how many songs they have in that performance. And if you haven't seen this, I beg you to look it up. It didn't involve Christine McVie, who is insanely talented and a huge loss. There's an older song by them called Silver Springs.
Oh, I don't know this.
And if you don't know the history, there was a lot of incestuous sort of relationshiping going on. And Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were on again, off again, on again, off again. This was off again. They hadn't toured for a long time. This is really their return. And the song, there's a line in the song where Stevie Nicks sings, "I'll follow you down till the sound of my voice will haunt you. Wow. You'll never get away from the sound of the woman that loves you." She's center stage. Lindsey Buckingham is playing guitar left of stage, and she grabs her stand mic. And as the song builds to a crescendo and she's singing this part, she at first she kind of glances at him, and by that point she's full on walking towards him with the craziest look I've ever seen in a person's eye, singing right into his eyes while he's staring right back, playing guitar. It's the most intimate moment I've ever seen a band have, and I will never forget it. Google Silver, or go to YouTube, awesome. Silver Spring, watch the performance. So many to choose from, though, but that's the one that sticks out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the question is pick your favorite. There's so many. I was listening to this one this morning, so this is why, and it's become. There's a commercial. There's a car commercial, I believe, with it now. But
Dreams.
This one is.
Oh no, this one's my favorite.
Everywhere.
This was mine. Yes, I love this song.
Such a great song. And I believe this is Christine McVie in the beginning when she says, "I'm calling out your name." Yeah, right there. Such an angelic voice too. And
it's a car commercial. This one's on right now,
and everybody in the car is singing it.
It's a terrific record. This is my favorite Fleetwood Mac song.
And just a wonderful band. Got to see them a few years ago at Golden One Center.
Yes, Jay. Yes.
We'll take a break.
Why? We got.
Oh, do we? I thought we.
No, we do. We're just enjoying the song.
Oh. Sorry, I was trying for once. I want to be with you everywhere.
I want to be with you everywhere. I want to be with you everywhere.
Okay, now go to break. You ruined it.
Wow. Sorry, I was just trying to do backup.
I want to be with you everywhere.
Shouts to Christine McVie, a huge loss for the music community. We will take a break. When we come back, it was a reunion of sorts last night for a lot of different basketball players. How'd it go for all those familiar faces? We'll get more into the game next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must-watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show. Plus, get exclusive content. Search Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
Ooh, there's nothing worse than being cold and uncomfortable in your own home. Make sure you and your family are able to enjoy the holidays this winter. At American Energy Heat and Air, we want to make sure your furnace is running safely and efficiently during these cold months. For only $49, take advantage of the 30-point tune-up today. Proudly servicing the community since 1981, American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Book your tune-up today for only $49. Call 916-520-9990 or visit them at AmericanEnergyAir.com.
The NBA is going OFF. Listen, I got all the facts to back it all up. 30 teams after one dream, 24 seconds to make magic with The Rock. 7-footers raining deep threes. 2 guards dunking and leaving you in shock. And first-year hoopers balling with ease. All that, all the time, all around the league. And the NBA isn't leaving anyone behind. The NBA season continues on ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. NFL Week 13 kicks off with AFC East action on Thursday Night Football. Josh Allen and the Bills are 8-3 and on a 2-game winning streak. Now they face a 6-5 Patriots team very much alive in the division race. Join us on air and on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone for Buffalo at New England on Thursday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take 1 pill each morning and 0 heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the 3-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9. On the home floor, they're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year. Their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season. Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The only local sports show in the morning. On Sactown Sports 1140.
Should have the sound of JJ Redick when he says that it's malpractice. When he says it's malpractice, the trade itself was malpractice, the Haliburton-Sabonis trade. Never forget. That audio was circling around last night. I mean, I get that he does the Old Man and the Three podcast with Tyrese Haliburton, who, by the way, is going to be fine and have a wonderful career, and I root for him all but twice a year.
Right.
But somebody should, they already have, but I think all day today, everybody should just tweet at JJ Redick and let him know that maybe he jumped the gun on that one. That Domantas Sabonis is not poo-poo. Far from it.
Yeah, and to say that on the day of the trade.
The day of the trade. Like
that's the end all be all. It's like, again, it's draft analysis, the day of drafts. It's, you can let things develop. And again, they could change over time. Like, oh wow, Tyrese looks great. Maybe Sabonis is the better player. Maybe this, blah, blah. It just, everybody feels like they have to have this strong opinion and take on someone that won a trade, when right now it looks like both teams are very happy.
Yes, and that's okay. Why can't it just be like that?
Right.
Why can't it just be, what a great move for both teams?
Yeah.
So flipping tired of talking about it as I bring it up and start talking about it. But shout out to JJ Redick, and honest to goodness, for an ex-player to do that as well.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Come on, bro. By the way, I'm not entirely sure that we may not need to enter into the Kings conversation. That I was really spending a lot of time on this yesterday, thinking about this. Is it possible that Domantas Sabonis has a better chance of being an all-star than De'Aaron Fox? And I'm not talking about he's better than De'Aaron Fox. I'm not trying to get into that conversation. I'm saying because of the crowded field, because of where he comes in versus who Fox is competing against.
Right.
They're both having fantastic years. And I'd say you could certainly argue Fox is having a better year. There's an argument there. They're both having great years.
Yeah. There was a time where I can't remember how they do it anymore, because I know they vote for the 5 and then the coaches, fans vote for the 5, then the coaches put in the rest. But they used to have to, like, we need a second center. And then sometimes that's how a guy like Jamal McGlure made it years ago. I think it's like, all right, well, it's like, we're just going to throw in it. We need another center. You don't have to have it by position. So, but I think it's an interesting question. They're technically more guards generally.
Yeah.
But it's also a more crowded field for De'Aaron.
And at the center position, you also have 2-time reigning MVP Nikola Jokic, who I'm sure will be the starter. But then after that, gets a little murky.
Yeah, and there's a good candidates.
You got Anthony Davis here and there, but he's not on the floor a ton.
Yeah,
you've got some good candidates, but I don't know that is there a Western Conference? I mean, again, like you said, it could be forwards too, but how many how many big men are having a better year in the Western Conference than Domantas Sabonis?
Yeah, lately, if we look at it, Towns and Gobert have both made it. And when they went to the same team, I thought they might have just cannibalized. Like, if the T-Wolves are okay, they might get one of them. Are they going to get both? Well, now Towns is out 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. That's really going to hurt his chances.
Take him off the table. He's not going to get voted in.
Yeah, no. And then you go, all right, who else? When the Warriors are winning a lot, you get a guy like Draymond Green in there. I don't think that's happening. So you just got to the whole thing is Sabonis just keep putting up the numbers he's doing, and if they keep winning, strong consideration.
I think if he puts the numbers up, I think it very well may be Jokic, Gobert, because Gobert's averaging 13.5 and 12 boards, but also defensively he's so wonderful too.
Yeah.
Whereas Sabonis is just that all-around type of dude. I think that might be your three of your big men right there. So interesting. And as Jesse in the text line says, and he's right, our record is also going to determine. I don't know if, and by the way, not completely out of the realm of possibility that Fox and Sabonis
it's possible
are reserves,
especially if they really win a ton.
I want to get to this clip as we talk about reunions yesterday. This didn't involve Keegan Murray, although let's be honest, in another world, the headline last night is Keegan Murray versus Ben Mathurin.
Right.
That was and
2 high lottery picks.
Yeah, and with the Pacers losing last night, certainly a bright spot for them, and a bright spot for them all year long has been the play of Mathurin, who was again coming off the bench, fantastic. I thought last night you could really see the talent there. He was not great shoot. He was not efficient whatsoever. 6 of 15, 6 of 17, something like that. But let me find it here. 22 points, a couple of boards, and a steal. And again, on a night where they got blown out of the water, for him to come off the bench and be able to do that, he's enjoying a really good year.
Yes, he is.
Keegan Murray, here's the thing. Keegan Murray was 4 of 12. He had 14.6 boards, 3 turnovers. he still doesn't. It's so funny. We've had him for 20 games, and I'm saying he still doesn't look like the Keegan Murray we know.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we actually know this Keegan Murray as much, if not more, than the Keegan Murray we saw at the beginning of the year. But again, I'm far more comfortable believing that, well, if he played like that his first few games, he can find that again.
Yeah.
We've seen it. He didn't just, I forgot how to play.
Right.
He's going through things.
He is. And even as the game went on, he was still in there late. I think he missed about 4 shots late that really even hurt his percentage even more. But I'm glad he got a couple of backdoor cuts, a couple of dunks. Like, he was in the right spot. He's taking the right shots.
Yes.
They just got to start going down.
Well, Keegan did have some fun talking to the press when he was asked about his identical brother, who we spoke about yesterday, and what he's doing at Iowa. And I didn't know Keegan had the trash talk in him.
Keegan, what were you hearing from your brother about his 30-20 game?
Yeah, that was something. But I mean, he had 20 rebounds. My career high is 21 rebounds, and he had 31 points. My career high is 37 points. So he hasn't quite reached me yet.
That's about as much as you'll get out of him. But that's fun.
I love that Keegan keeps a lot of it in the tank.
Yeah, like,
it's his first year in the NBA. He's 20 games in. It's still a whirlwind. He's still a very young man away from home for the first time, away from his home world for the first time, that area. There's a lot going on, but, and I'm sure the personality will continue to develop and come out as he gets more veteran-y, not a word. But I like that even now, like, just when he goes, yeah. Like, there's personality and trash talk inside of him that he doesn't necessarily need to share with the world the whole time.
Right.
And I don't know why.
He picks his spots.
And that transfers into his game in the sense that maturity beyond years, there's a sense of calm to him. And when he's going right, he picks his spots.
Yeah.
And he doesn't force anything.
Well, and the other part about the reality of this situation is just the comparison between him and Mathurin. Matherin's off to a great start, leading scoring rookie right now. The Pacers need him.
Yes.
The Kings don't need Keegan, but they want him to be a part. It's not to slide him by any means. They're winning games without him thriving, but they want him to be a piece, and he will be a piece of the puzzle here. And just imagine how much better they'll be when he's also really going. So I think that the Kings are just in a better spot, and Keegan's in a spot where, like, he didn't have to save this franchise at all.
No.
Just play.
No, how many times in years past, Jason, have we had a draft pick come in and, oh my God, this guy, Tyreek Evans is the face of the franchise, DeMarcus Cousins, hell, Jason Thompson, everybody who comes in, you young person,
save this mess,
save this,
De'Aaron, save it, Marvin, save this,
right?
I mean, that's so unfair.
Now it's like, Keegan, hang out and
be a piece.
Enjoy, be a piece,
get
in where you fit in.
Hey,
imagine Keegan Murray being drafted in 2013.
Right.
Oh my goodness gracious. You bring up something that I was thinking about last night, Jason. I want to expand on it. The Kings won 137-114. Let's even allow for the fact that the Pacers had an off night, which, by the way, I don't know. Did they have an off night? They certainly didn't shoot well. And let's go with that. Emotions got to a couple of, I don't know, whatever. Let's say the Pacers had an off night. Okay. I couldn't help but think last night, the Kings were far from perfect. Like, Keegan Murray was 4 of 12. Kevin Huerter was 2 of 6 from behind the arc. He did shoot 50% from the field, but Huerter was 2 of 6. Fox was 1 of 1. 2 of 9 from behind the arc for Murray. 1 of 4 for Barnes. They were 16 of 43, which isn't horrific. They turned the ball over 18 times. My question is this, and this is where being deep matters, because maybe Huerter's not hit from outside. Oh, King's not hit. Okay, well, hey, Monk, hey, Davis, hey, come on in. What is this team going to look like when Huerter started out insane, but now over the last few games he's below where he should be, his talent level is? What happens when Huerter comes back? What happens when Keegan Murray comes back? What happens when these guys are all hitting their averages at the same time? De'Aaron Fox, I've seen a couple people talk about him. Oh, De'Aaron, something's wrong with him. De'Aaron Fox had a great game last night. De'Aaron Fox had a game that we don't see him have in the past. You look at the numbers, you go, oh, he had 20 points on.
Super efficient, though.
7 of 11.
Right.
20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and was absolutely D'ing up everywhere. He had the type of night that he didn't have a few years ago where he is more than happy to allow everyone else to be involved instead of forcing everything. He was efficient. Speaking of Keegan Murray, he picked his spots.
Yeah.
That's veteran savvy.
I think the other thing this shows is that this team now has a larger margin for error. It used to be like, hey, everybody's got to play well. There are 5 people have to do this, and they got to shoot this percentage. They got to do that. They're showing they could beat you in a lot of different ways with a lot of different people contributing, and that's what makes a good team.
What we're seeing is we're seeing them change. We're seeing them change from a team like we talked about where everybody needs, the rookie needs it on their shoulders. Now we have this metamorphosis into a sharing, team-oriented team, much like the metamorphosis we see every holiday season out at Amy Ace Hardware. It's fantastic. Sacramento's finest holiday store. See dozens of just gorgeously decorated Christmas trees. Hundreds of unique ornaments, perfect for every tree. You know what? Maybe your tree's decorated. You don't have some of those decorations. Jazz it up, folks. Gifts for everybody on your list, like a Traeger pellet grill, my favorite gift ever, especially priced for the holidays. Now's the time to get the deal. $400 off the Timberline 850 and 1350s. $200 off the Pro 575. $2 off all rub sauces and seasonings and pellets. Gather around the fire pit. Spread that Christmas love. Pound an eggnog. Do what you got to do. You got discounts there as well in fire pits. Magic of the holidays at Amy's Outdoor Living, family owned and operated for over 100 years. 2 locations now. It's always been just 1, 2. We were at the grand opening not that long ago inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Hills Town Center. And, of course, the one we all grew up going to, El Camino near Watt and Carmichael. Get out there to Amy Ace Hardware. Get yourself some wonderful, wonderful deals. We will take a break. 20 games in. Let's take stock of this team, what's good, what needs to improve, and what Coach Mike Brown said about the Kings' defense last night. We'll do that next.
The Kings head to L.A. to take on the Clippers for a Saturday afternoon matinee.
He's got the bucket, and De'Aaron Fox has another 30-point ball game.
Coverage begins at 11:30 with game night on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf Monthly lists 10 things great golfers don't do. They don't arrive at the course with minutes to spare. Get there in time to properly warm up. They don't follow one mistake with another. Take your medicine and move on. They don't lose their cool. Tiger takes 10 steps and the problem is gone from his mind. They don't give up. A bad round can always get better. They don't blame their tools. It wasn't the putter's fault you 3-putted. And they don't worry about 3-putting. Move to the next hole and try again. Great golfers don't take unnecessary risks. Keep those large numbers off the scorecard. They don't underclub. Weekend golfers think they hit the ball farther than they actually do. They don't always hit the driver. Put the big stick back in the bag when it's not behaving. And finally, great golfers don't hit balls randomly. Have a plan on the range and stick to it, and take that same plan to the course. It's a game. Have some fun out there. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Your 2022 Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets are hosting a second-round playoff game on Saturday, December 3rd, against the Richmond Spiders at Hornet Stadium. The Hornets are the number 2 seed in the FCS playoffs with game time at 2 o'clock. Tickets start at just $10 and are available at hornetsports.com. It's time to pack Hornet Stadium and cheer on your hometown Hornets in their quest for a national championship. Go Hornets and Stingers up.
Missed Black Friday? Dell's Cyber Monday event starts now with deals on powerful business tech. The savings start now with up to 50% off on select business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Cyber Monday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carmichael Dave here, letting you know when the housing market shifts quickly like it has the last few months, having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. we've got just that lender. It's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Now you can check them out at refinancewithshelby.com. They're fast, they're local, and competitive. Shelby's team, as I've told you for years, is well known in the real estate market from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved upfront so you can compete with the cash offers. With the increase in inventory, the market has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. You can always refi as soon as rates come down, or United Wholesale Lending has alternative loan options like a 2-1 buy down. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
A reminder, you can check out Sacramento State football Saturday at 2. It's the FCS playoffs, as it's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Richmond Spiders. Again, Saturday 2, Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
So the Kings won yesterday. I don't know if you know that, 137-114. But they did also give up 66 points in the second half. There were moments last night where, honestly, my favorite thing was, especially in the first quarter, was that defense.
Mm-hmm.
They played and there's actually metrics out there that show that they compare like what types of shots other teams are getting and what their expected scoring should be. And the metrics show that the Kings are actually playing better defense than the scoring shows. That shots that, based on how open the person is, that might go in, I'm just throwing stuff out there, like 50% of the time are actually going in 70% of the time, stuff like that. That should, come back to an average there. That, in other words, they're playing better defense than some of the numbers do show. The second half, I think, can be forgiven a little bit. Kings had 44 in the third. That's ridiculous. But 66 points is not where they want to be. That'd be an average of 136. But I also think when you have blowouts like this, a lot of times you see it with every team. They're blowing somebody out. You're going to step off the gas a little bit defensively. Plus, you're going to put in different personnel as well. I actually thought Sabonis, he only played 23 minutes last night, but there was a point in the fourth quarter I was like,
Yeah, when they brought him back in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He didn't stay in for long,
right.
But I was like, why is he coming back in?
Yeah, get him out of there. Yeah. Coach Brown, though, had this to say about the defense.
I said this before that, for us, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and we just got to keep trying to get a little bit better every time we step on the floor. And I thought tonight was probably our most complete defensive game. Our guys did a great job with their responsibilities on the defense end of the floor, and I thought the communication was pretty good.
You saw some of that.
Absolutely.
You saw some of that.
Yeah. Individual defense, team defense was really good yesterday.
And Coach Brown's starting to get a rotation going where he's got Davion Mitchell coming in. KZ Okpala played 15 minutes. He's starting to figure out where to put him, where you can really have this kind of, especially when you have those two playing with Sabonis, where you have this kind of hard-nosed lineup that's going to come in, and when the other teams are on a run or getting physical, you can bring those guys in and they're going to disrupt.
Yeah.
And they have disrupted. That's good to see that he's
absolutely.
It's going to take a while to figure all that out. They broke a 3-game losing streak by winning yesterday. Coach Brown talks about that.
The Atlanta game was tough. The travel, we hadn't been in that situation before. Then you go play Boston at Boston, and we have to be more perfect for longer stretches when you play the number one team in the NBA on their floor, especially with them being a championship level type team. Then you play Phoenix. They're number one team in the West, and our guys gave us an opportunity down the stretch to get a win. Things just didn't go our way. So in all three of those games, I saw good things. It was kind of similar to the beginning of the year when we went 0-4 to start. And when you see good things, you just keep coaching. You keep telling the guys the truth because they've been receptive. And you just keep telling them we got to play a little bit harder for a little bit longer. We got to play a little bit smarter for a little bit longer, and our guys did tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, that's to me as encouraging as now that they've hit the 20-game mark and 11-9. There's a lot of good stuff in here. The 4-game losing streak to start, we were talking about the good things they were doing. People didn't want to hear that, but it's like, look, if they can continue to do this consistently,
yes,
they will win.
Yes.
And then they started to win games, and if we remember, the 2 losses after that were kind of controversial with the last 2-minute report, but those are still losses. That's the fact of it. Then these last 3, he's right. I mean, they did good things in the Atlanta and Boston and Phoenix game, played good teams. There's some reasons for the loss, but you try to figure those out. And now you have a team where, again, back to the margin of error, I don't think they had to be perfect against Indiana, but they totally outplayed them. And we're in a good spot where if you're a good team and you lose a couple in a row, that's like, the great teams, like they don't have a 3-game losing streak all year because they just like, all right, we're going to go. We're going to figure it out. We're desperate, but we're also good. We're going to impose our will. And I feel like that's what the Kings did last night. It's like they think they're good. They're building off of that, and it's in their building. They've got to make sure they win, and they did just that.
Didn't it seem like the Kings were the more mature veteran team last night? As
and
well?
they were,
Did you
but
catch
yes.
it? Yeah.
But yeah.
We're 20 games into the season. And so we've been doing a lot of micro today, looking at last night's game from 50,000 feet, though. What is it? Let's get the easy out of the way. What is it you like the most?
The fact, honestly, I think what I like the most is now Coach Brown, I think, has a full grasp of what he's got.
Yeah.
And this isn't a slide on the players that aren't playing, because Rashawn Holmes can play. Alex Len can play. I feel like there's a little bit of a hole in that rim protection and maybe extra bigs. But they figured out a way to play Trey Lyles and or Chimezi Metu or someone else bench to provide some depth in the front court. And they're just unleashing all those talented wings and guards and shooting. And I guess what I like the best is they're fun. They're fun to watch.
Up until, this is kind of a silly thing to like, but you'll get my point. Up until Trey Lyles, who's been out for 2 games with an illness, according to mangameslost.com, which follows injuries, the Minnesota Timberwolves are the 2nd healthiest team in the NBA with 20 games lost for players. What that means is the combined amount of games a team has lost. For example, the Magic, 113 games lost to injury. The Milwaukee Bucks, 79 games lost to injury, which is really scary when you look at their record. The Timberwolves are in 2nd place with 20. Sacramento Kings have 6 games lost to injury. And by the way, I want to say 4 of those were the last 2 Trey Lyles, and then didn't Keegan miss 2 for a protocol?
Yeah.
I think Keegan missed 1 other with a back injury.
And Fox missed 1, right?
And Fox missed 1.
I think 1.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have to point that out. This team has been incredibly, ridiculously healthy this year. Let's continue that.
Yeah.
Let's stay healthy, please.
And one other thing I should put out as far as saying what I like the compete level.
Yep.
Like I've said it before. I know coaches have said it. That just has to be non-negotiable. That has to be there every night. Like I think about the Atlanta game where they got in super late. You could tell they just didn't have the legs. They didn't have the pop.
Sure.
But I felt like they competed. They found a way. They were in the game. It's like, this feels like a schedule loss. They didn't play like it was. Like that's a game like, oh man, they lost to Atlanta by 35. No. They were in it. They had chances to win. Ultimately, they didn't have it, but the compete level, I think, has been there just about every night, and I think that's critical.
You can go to different websites and see things, but some interesting numbers as we continue to update these throughout the year. The Kings, now at 11-9. This was before last night. This has not been updated yet. So far, it says the Kings have played the 11th toughest schedule in the NBA, which has really changed, but not as much as this. As far as toughest schedule remaining, all year long, we look at this. Kings have been kind of top 3, top 4. Sacramento Kings have the 16th toughest schedule remaining. And again, it's early in the year. some teams are going to have way better records, and everything kind of comes back. Everything kind of straightens out. You see Utah and San Antonio and even Portland, who started out gangbusters. In 45 seconds or less, the thing you need to see change.
I think just more on the defensive end, but it's better. It just is. I mean, I think we just played the clip from Brown on that. Just a consistent emphasis there, just more and more defensively.
I'm going to agree with you, but I'll add one. And again, this is a tough one, and we're very sensitive to this. I need Keegan back.
Okay.
I think this team goes to an even different level, and I hope whatever needs to happen, whether it's physically or mentally, whatever, we're all rooting for him. I hope that happens. I think Keegan coming back, Kevin Huerter getting out of this little mini slump from 3 puts him at a completely different level. I think they could have won that game last night by 50 in front of 50 Cent, and that's not really spending too much energy with the way they can all play.
Yeah, and I think that consistently, if you get that from Keegan, now you might get drop off from Monk. You might get a little drop off from Harrison Barnes, but the fact is they're not right now, and they've got so many people that can pick up this team, which is great.
We will take a break, a quick one here. When we come back, Sam Amick of The Athletic will talk Kings and a little NBA after this.
The Kings head to L.A. to take on the Clippers for a Saturday afternoon matinee.
He's got the bucket, and De'Aaron Fox has another 30-point ball game.
Coverage begins at 11:30 with game night on Sactown Sports. Your home for Kings basketball.
Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblett of Hoblett Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Black Friday sales events?
Right now, you can save $1,000 off MSRP on one of Jeep's most popular and hard-to-get models, the new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 4xEs, and we have over 20 in stock. If you hurry in now, you can take advantage of the $7,500 federal tax credit, but time is running out.
Any deals on some classic American muscle?
Of course. Right now, you can save up to $3,000 off MSRP on 2022 Dodge Challenger GTs, but you better hurry in because the last of the 2022s are almost gone. If you've never driven one of these cars, it's a true experience, and let's be honest, there's nothing like the sound of a Hemi.
There's a reason people travel from all over the state to buy their vehicles from Hoblett. Great customer service, great selection, and their true pricing policy. The price you see is the price you pay. No surprise add-on or dealer markup. Stop by Hoblett Dodge Chrysler Jeep today for a test drive or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HoblettDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$1,000 total savings on new 2023 Jeep Wrangler E after $1,000 dealer discount. $7,500 federal tax credit incentive offered by third party and is subject to change without notice. $3,000 total net savings on new 2022 Dodge Charger GT after $1,000 factory rebates and $2,000 dealer discounts. 5 each net savings. See dealer for details.
I am Eagle here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up, AFC East action with Mac Jones and the Patriots hosting Josh Allen and the Bills. Buffalo is 8-3, but 0-2 in the division. Now they travel to New England for their first meeting of the year with Bill Belichick's 6-5 Pats. Join me and Jason McCourty for all the action on Thursday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
The flagship.
Ball game. Sacramento wins.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports 1140. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. Sactown Sports. Headline.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the 3-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9. On the home floor, they're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year. Their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season. Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports, 1140.
Good to see Earl and Russell in the chat. One of them, I don't know who, is still arguing like, they're the guys in Major League in the bleachers.
Yes.
Like, it's too high.
Right. Too high, too far. What?
Who gives it when it's gone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Dave, you can check out Sacramento State football Saturday at 2.
What?
It's the playoffs. Yes, the FCS playoffs. It's Sacramento State Hornets and the Richmond Spiders. Saturday, 2 o'clock, Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com. You know who's at the last Hornet game?
Who?
Sam Amick.
Sam Amick was. Stingers up.
Yes.
Look at that.
He's a Hornet.
Joining us right now from the Athletic. Had a wonderful little round table yesterday, or I think 2 days ago, actually, on the Sacramento Kings. Always good to plug in with him as we do each and every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, gentlemen. I appreciate the, Stingers up shout out. We got to support the old alma mater.
Yes.
Excited for this weekend.
Were you at the game last night?
I was there, my friends. I was there. I thought you were there too, correct?
I was.
That was a pretty good. You put your photog hat on. That was a pretty good picture you took of the old G1 center with the beam and nicely centered right in the middle. I was impressed by that. That's not your picture?
That was King's PR. I
Stolen.
I stole their.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for people's phone backgrounds. But
wow, good journalistic practices there. Way to credit the Kings.
I did credit them by attending and cheering last night, and I hope that's enough for them. Sam, you've been covering this team going all the way back when you were a wee lad at the Sacramento Bee doing the beat stuff, and now you were responsible for many teams. But you always do have a fond eye, journalistically speaking, towards Sacramento and. The energy there last night, Sam. When was the last time you felt that?
It was crazy. My buddy and colleague Anthony Slater, who you kind of alluded to the piece we wrote the other day, he's been writing about the Kings a decent amount, which I think the fans have enjoyed. So Slater's sitting next to me on press row, and I bring him up because loud is loud, and I certainly would have noticed, but he still has a bit of kind of a new, fresh set of eyes on this environment because he's not from the area.
Right.
And so to see his reaction where we talked about it late in the game, he's like, this is easily on the short list of loudest buildings, right now already. And even with some of the ups and downs of the team. And, I think because of the history of Haliburton coming back and Buddy and the Pacers reunion matchup, that was part of it. But man, it was popping and the people are excited. And I actually left right after the game and I did not do post game, which also gives you a taste of the energy just right outside the building, right after the win. And it's something else to not only see the excitement, but then it continues to be a spectacle when people are, their necks are completely at a 180-degree angle looking up at the sky to make sure they see the beam. It's a little phenomenon for sure.
Sam, so now that 20 games has happened, certainly not the end-all, be-all, but, I think everybody wanted to see this team play more than 5 and 10 games, and what do they really have? For me, some of the telling games have been even their losses, how competitive they've been. But what's your true read right now on what you've seen from this team through 20?
Yeah, I mean, I know they're tired of hearing about it. I don't blame them. They just, I'm sure, wish they could wipe those first 4 away because, then they'd be kind of cooking with grease. They look good. They haven't played a bad game in a very long time, even with their losses. You know what I mean? And that's an important development that, is starkly different from last season and so many seasons before. The offense, obviously, you're talking really the historic levels. I mean, the Boston is obviously above them by a bit on the offensive end, but they're second. Well, they dropped a 5th in offensive rating. They're second in scoring. So the offense is high octane, fun, deep shooting, versatility, complementary pieces. The defense has to keep getting better, and it has a bit lately. I think they are legitimately a very competitive team, and it's going to be, I think for Kings fans, the motto and the message is just buckle up, because I don't think, I do feel confident they're going to remain competitive. And then, the standings and the whole playoff chase, I think it's going to be absolutely, an all season type of thing.
Sam, I don't know if you have any info on this or not. So if not, just philosophize, if you will, for a second. The one thing that's in the back of a lot of Kings fans' heads really is looking at the success right now, looking at everything that's going on, and also remembering things from the past that have not gone right. Mon McNair is still on a lame duck contract. And so, A, are you hearing anything about that? And B, can you be a lawyer for the Kings and tell me why you think that hasn't happened yet?
I mean, it's an interesting one, because most of the time, if you add in these sorts of circumstances and ingredients, you would have, an anxious, maybe even bitter GM who doesn't understand why he doesn't have an extension, and then and some sort of acrimony, and that's just not the case here. It is. I find it interesting that all parties involved seem to have been, kind of comfortable with the idea of we just got to play and got to win. I do think the more winning that happens, and even with this early season surge they've had, the odds have shot through the roof regarding the idea of, I think Monty eventually sticking around. But I think it's almost been like a little bit of a hat tip to that tortured history, if that makes any sense, where it's like, if you go back to when Vlade Divac got his extension, you could argue in hindsight that it was, a little quick. They had a little success, and then it's like, hey, let's just give them the bag. And, I don't blame them for Vivek for taking his time here, because this franchise has reached the point where it's results only is the only thing that matters. So they're in a good place. Monty has not been, stomping his feet, banging down doors. He's just been working, and he keeps telling people, the rest will take care of itself. And I think it will. Yeah.
So you do think, Sam, it's just a matter of time then when that happens for him?
I do. Yeah. Personally.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
It's a great sign.
Cross finger.
Yeah. Last night, obviously one of the storylines was, one of the big ones coming in was the return of Buddy Hield, the return of Tyrese Haliburton, Sabonis going against his old team. Kind of on the Pacers side of things, obviously they had a rough night, but they have to be thrilled with what they've seen with Tyrese. What are you hearing kind of league-wide on his development, certainly Buddy being there, and other people's opinions maybe of that trade now, almost not quite a year later, but, since the trade has happened?
Well, I mean, to that question, Jay, last night was such an interesting game because it's 1 of 82. It shouldn't matter all that much, but this is also why we love sports, like the teeter-totter of emotions, right? Like if they lose that game last night, the mood is really bad in town. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because of the history. It'd be 4 in a row, and because of losing to Tyrese and Buddy, and obviously that didn't happen. And so on the Pacers side, though, they're still feeling good. I did go to their shoot-around yesterday morning and honestly enjoyed the heck out of myself. We got a chance to talk to Rick Carlisle for a while and talk to Buddy for a while, talk to Tyrese briefly. they're ecstatic with Tyrese and his play. Obviously, excited to build around him. Buddy was in a pretty zen-like place when it comes to not only enjoying his Pacers experience, but just letting the rest of it unfold in terms of whether or not he'll get traded at the deadline. Lakers obviously have been tied to him forever. And then, Rick Carlisle being a guy who's not just a head coach, he's got a massive voice in the front office and is, kind of building that roster with their GM, Kevin Pritchard. And Rick, he wasn't showing his hand at all in terms of what they're going to do next couple months, but did kind of acknowledge that the winning has kind of just made things easy, where they see these two paths where if there's something that makes sense for the long term, of course they're going to look at it. But they, in Indiana, it's a little bit like Sacramento. Like, folks just want something to be excited about and enjoy. And those Pacers fans are excited about this group.
Sam Amick of The Athletic joining us. You can go to theathletic.com, download the app, do all that stuff. They always have phenomenal deals. I think it was like a quarter for 5 years or something around Christmas I saw. I'd happily pay my $10 a month. That's fine. And you get phenomenal coverage for twice the price, even if you had to. Sam, I don't know what you have coming up on your writing schedule. And, we never want to tell you how to do your job, but have you thought about maybe writing something that says the Kings, as of last night, they have officially won the trade? It's over. There's no debate. That ended it. That's it.
You're getting a big laugh out of me, man. Absolutely not. Because, you have
Raiders in Indiana.
They've got them in. No, I'm serious. Like, they have to make the playoffs. Like,
yes, they do.
It's all because it doesn't, I keep defending them. I get it. I don't mind going for the playoffs because this, they got to get this monkey off their back. But there's not nearly as long a runway here with this plan as there would have been if you prioritized Tyrese. And that's the scrutiny and the criticism. And that means not only you got to make the playoffs, but Domantas Sabonis has to be he's playing his tail off, but he's got to also be a long-term piece of the puzzle here. You know what I mean? So a long ways to go there, but it feels like a win-win at this point, and we will see where it goes. But no, I'm not writing that story, my friend.
I know, Sam, the other day Phoenix was here, and you were talking to Booker. I saw you talking to him. He went for 51 again yesterday, 44 the other day. How great and efficient is he right now, especially without Chris Paul? He's got to be one of the leaders for that MVP race.
Yeah, sometimes on the writing side, you're happy because you do a piece or a story or an interview, and then you hope that the current events make the optics kind of fit and people want to read it. And the night we talked, he drops 44. He kind of, I asked him about MVP, and he kind of grinned a little bit, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even in that race, because he does feel overlooked a bit still. And I enjoyed the heck out of talking to him, and shamelessly would encourage folks to read that because I thought he was great. But then I look at my laptop last night at the Kings game, and I see the box score, and it's like, my goodness, 20 out of 25. It was 51 points, and I was legitimately on press row complaining about a guy that I like quite a bit, Monty Williams, the Suns coach, because he pulled them pretty early. Mm-hmm. And I think I've decided I'm in that camp where it's like these players are just insanely talented, and Klay Thompson comes to mind too when he scored 60 in 3 quarters, and then Steve Kerr pulled him. Like, just let these dudes cook. He had 51 early in the 4th quarter, and they were up big, and so he didn't play much down the stretch. But an efficient 51, he's absolutely in the MVP discussion. And the Suns, despite everything they went through in the summer with the Robert Sarver situation, DeAndre Ayton's contract, and Jay Crowder deciding, it's not a good fit. He doesn't want to play there anymore. Like, you look up and they're still on top of the Western Conference like they were last year.
I have him neck and neck with both Fox and Sabonis for MVP, so we're kind of on the same page.
Oh, that was you at the Kings game last night. Yeah. All-Star is not enough for De'Aaron anymore. No. You're just going for MVP.
MVP.
There's not 2 MVP awards, by the way.
I would like to see Fox and Sabonis split it. I would like to see 2 All-Stars out of both of them, and also 6th Man of the Year, Malik Monk,
and Coach of the Year.
Oh my Lord! Did you guys see the pregame press conference with Mike Brown about that?
Yes, we did. Something launched yesterday, methinks, I don't know how organic all that was, but I'm here for it.
Well, but why? I know we got to go, but why did Mike put his feet on the table? I was very confused because Mark Spears of ESPN, Anscape had joked about, whether or not Mike had socks on. I didn't understand the Malik Monk tie-in because next thing I know, the head coach of the Kings is, showing his foot undergarment, I guess you'll call it.
Yes.
And it was quite a scene. The table almost got pushed off the podium. There was a lot just to give Malik his little moment in the spotlight.
Is Mike Brown getting too comfortable with early success? Read that and more from Sam Amick on the Athletic. We'll see. We'll see.
You know what? Go rip a few more pictures from the Kings.
We'll see you next Thursday. That's Sam Amick. We'll take a break.
Touche.
Hey, listen, this is just a 60-second break. Don't go away. We'll get more post-game reaction, including Coach Mike Brown speaking on stuff next.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Do you take pride in your holiday gift purchases? Or are you someone who just wants to get the whole gift buying ordeal over with? Hi, Doug Christie here, and I'm both. I do like giving great gifts, but I don't have tons of time to do so. So if you're like me, listen closely. Plus, I'll even save you 20% during the holiday season. I'm talking about Good Feet Arch Supports. Surprise, you shouldn't be. At last count, roughly 80% of all adults suffer or will suffer from foot-related pain issues. These tend to be active people and people working on their feet, anywhere from 35 to 64. Sound like anyone on your gift list? And during the holidays, when you buy a Good Feet Arch Support gift certificate, the Good Feet store will add 20% to its value. That's a 20% bonus free. And remember, Good Feet Arch Supports come with a lifetime warranty. So you're giving a lifetime of unmatched comfort, balance, and support. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto. Online, goodfeet.com.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140 on Sactown Sports 1140.
Jason and I were just talking off the air. My wife texted me about an hour ago with, let's be honest, the 6 words any husband wants to hear out of their wife.
Whoa.
Based on what she wants to happen tonight.
Whoa.
I know there's a family show, but I'll read the text verbatim. Let me make sure it was 6 words, by the way. We should have soup for dinner.
Oh,
it's a perfect soup day. So Jason and I were talking about soup possibilities. There's a tortilla meatball soup recipe I saw on Pioneer Woman the other day. I might give that some thought. If you have soup ideas
on Pioneer Woman.
Oh, Pioneer Woman on Food Network. It's an excellent show.
Okay.
Drummond. She's on a farm in anyways. All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's super. And that's our demo right
yes,
there.
Is
the Pioneer Woman. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. A lot of stuff to talk about. I want to really quick, though, I want to break off of this because something just came off the wire that this is one of those things that I probably care about more than other people, but it's my job to talk to you about it because I think it's important. This is breaking out of the NBA. The NBA will now allow pension funds, endowments, and sovereign wealth funds to invest in NBA teams. Now, you'll remember the NBA was the first major U.S. sports league to allow private equity investors, but with valuations continuing to rise, they're going to broaden the scope. Here are the rules, same rules that are in place. A private equity firm cannot own more than 30% of a team, one single private equity firm. So in other words, what that means is like the Kings cannot be owned more than 30%, whether it's 1 or 30 private equity firms. Okay. Only 30% of that can be private equity. One single firm can't own more than 20%. But here's the thing here. The largest sovereign wealth fund in the world, most people think it's Saudi Arabia. It's not. It's China, 1.7 trillion. United Arab Emirates, 1.3 trillion. Saudi Arabia is even 1 trillion. France and Norway, weirdly enough, and I don't know why I say weirdly enough. I think it's because I just didn't expect France to have why do I think like France having a $1.6 trillion sovereign equity fund or sovereign wealth fund is pretty crazy. Here's the reason I'm talking about this, and I know MC is listening, and this is someplace he and I are very much on the same page, which is rare. You have to be very cognizant of who is putting money into. They're already laying down with betting firms. Okay, fine. But I promise you that is going to become a pain in the rear at some point for these leagues.
Yeah.
It's just a powder keg. You're also going to have a very difficult time trying to be progressive and forward thinking on things domestically if you are playing with basketballs and other things that are made in less than ideal, let's say, labor conditions overseas. And depending on what sovereign wealth funds are allowed to invest, I don't know that the NBA wants to get in the business of saying yay or nay to where they keep money from. So Adam Silver's a very smart person. I promise you this is an owner's deal because they know valuations. NBA ownership valuations is probably going to close to double over the next 5 to 6 years. You have expansion coming up.
Yep.
Vegas and Seattle. You have the TV deal coming up. The sale of the Suns is about to happen for what will be a record price in the NBA. And now you're allowing private equity and sovereign wealth funds in. You're going to see these things double over the next 5, 6, 7 years. I just think you have a bigger, I'm all for making money. I'm not one of those guys that doesn't think people should make money. Hey, if you're there, you're there. God bless you for it. But you have a higher responsibility.
Yeah.
So just take that story, put it away. Again, I know it's not juicy or anything, whatever, but put it away because that's going to be something that will, I promise you, be a story over the next few months and few years. Mike Brown, Sam Amick, kind of referred to this when we talked to him, and thank you to Sam. Not only has high praise for Malik, but I think Coach Brown has a bit of an agenda here.
Malik was fantastic. 26 and 4. I still think he can get a couple more rebounds because he's just that athletic and he's got a nose for ball. But he's fantastic. And I said this beforehand, he should start getting some mention for that 6 man of the year stuff, especially if we keep playing well.
He's been consistently good.
He has. He really has. And it really seems like he is finding his home. And on top of that, Terrence Davis, you're also seeing out of him things that just add to the best bench we've seen on this team. Gosh, I want to say since the bench mob. I'm thinking maybe the Artest, Bonzi. I'm trying to think of those bench players, but
it's a legitimate weapon.
It is.
Right? And it's, they're doing exactly what you would want a bench to do. That doesn't happen all the time for teams, but okay, maybe the starters don't have it or a specific starter doesn't. You want that bench reserve to come in and fill that void. And some nights they've carried the team, kept them in the game, advanced a lead. Yesterday they did some of that where, remember, Sabonis got his second foul, then the third foul. He's got to go out like, oh, man. They were playing so well, and it's maybe an 8-point lead. Well, while Sabonis is out, the lead goes up to 18 because the bench lifted it.
Right.
And they've done a really good job. Malik Monk's been a huge part of that.
On top of that, too, Jason, it also shows that they can pick their spots.
Yeah.
Malik Monk, for example, when you look at his game log, he had 20 points last night, 30 points the game before. He had 9 the game before that. 27, 14, 8. 26, 15, 12, 8, 14, 24, 15, 19. He's averaging over 17 points a game this month. And you look at a guy like Terrence Davis. Davis had 15 last night, 11 the night before. 3, 0, 0, 3, 5, 31, 5, 12. They're filling the void. They're the water that is filling the crevices when the crevices show up.
Yes.
And sometimes there aren't that many crevices and there's no place for the water to go. But they're seeping into... Maybe there's something there. I got to workshop that during the break for the bench. Something about water and
throw it on the board.
The bench waters. Yeah, no,
that's not it.
Bench waters. I feel like that's not a shirt.
We're drowning.
We'll work on that because honestly, that momentum shifting we talk about where the bench comes in. And the ability to shift that momentum, positive, negative. It reminds me a lot of the housing market, Jason, shifting so quickly over the last few months. You got to have the right mortgage company on your side. It's crucial. Crucial, I say, in this ever-changing market. We've got just that in a lender. It's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Hey, by the way, Sac State trivia. 1-800-920-1140. Get on the phone right now. This is the easiest question I've ever heard anyone ask in my life, I think. And it's for playoff tickets, Sac State versus Richmond. Let's see if you guys can do better than the guy Mason earlier who was going to work, who guessed Jonathan Taylor was the head coach. Back to Shelby. United Wholesale Lending, fast, local, competitive. Shelby's team well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisers. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. With the increase in inventory, the market has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. There's great deals out there. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. You know what they say, marry the house, date the rate. You can always refinance as soon as rates come down. United Wholesale Lending has alternative loan options like a 2-to-1 buy down. You can be pre-approved over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number C79051. The area number 01864354. We got a trivia question for you at 1-800-920-1140. We got a night in the NBA, including Devin Booker. Lighten it up, and where are the Kings now in the standings? Don't go away. We're back after this.
The Kings head to L.A. to take on the Clippers for a Saturday afternoon matinee.
He's got the bucket, and De'Aaron Fox has another 30-point ball game.
Coverage begins at 11:30 with game night on Sactown Sports. Your home for Kings basketball.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. NFL Week 13 kicks off with AFC East action on Thursday Night Football. Josh Allen and the Bills are 8-3 and on a 2-game winning streak. Now they face a 6-5 Patriots team very much alive in the division race. Join us on air and on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone for Buffalo at New England on Thursday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take one pill each morning and zero heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. So Chad, honest question. Why drive all the way to Hoblet when the other guys are so much closer?
Well, I could tell you about our true pricing policy, where the price you see is the price you pay. I could tell you, in order to help support our community, all business owners, farmers, and first responders will get an extra $1,000 discount on their new Ram trucks, all of which makes us the #1 heavy-duty Ram truck dealer in California. Or I could let our customers tell the story.
Hoblet made the process so smooth when getting my partner's Jeep deal done. I came back a week later and bought my own Jeep. I appreciate Hoblet for their approach to getting deals done and treating people like people rather than another number.
Come see for yourself why Hoblet Dodge is your small town dealer with big city selection and savings. Come be treated like family instead of a sucker with Hoblet's true pricing with no dealer markups, add-ons, or hidden fees. Stop by Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland or see our full selection with true prices at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
With your
Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield returned to the Golden One Center last night for the first time since being traded to Indiana, and the Kings welcomed them back with a 137-point offensive explosion.
8 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score, 137-114, as the Kings will just walk the ball across the midcourt line. Those who weren't standing come to their feet, and the three-game losing streak is history. The beam will be lit within moments, and the Kings celebrate a 137-114 whooping of the Indiana Pacers. Sacramento improves the record to 11-9. On the home floor, they're now 7-4. The Pacers are now 12-9 on the year. Their road record is 5-5.
Harrison Barnes led the Kings in scoring with 22 points, and De'Aaron Fox had a very balanced performance, chipping in 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Kings head to LA to take on the Clippers Saturday afternoon. After putting up 44 points on Monday in Sacramento, Devin Booker continued his hot shooting, scoring 51 points last night on 20 of 25 shooting from the field in Phoenix's 132-113 victory over the Bulls. This is the 7th time in 21 games that Booker has scored 30 points or more this season. Coming up on today's show, the athletic Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now.
Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports, 1140.
All right, we here on the show believe in second chances. We do? This just in. Okay. Breaking news. We believe in second chance. Mason is calling back. Maybe I have a soft spot because his name is Mason.
Oh, I'm not going to lose it. He's not going to allow me to lose my cool.
Yesterday.
Okay, this is legit a third chance.
Yeah, yesterday he called in, but he was distracted. He had to go to work.
Then he kind of wanted to talk.
Yeah.
But
today,
he upset me.
Yeah, he did. Today, I
I
think he suggested that the Sac State head coach is not Jonathan Taylor. It was like Taylor Swift or whatever he said.
I think he said Taylor Brown and Taylor Jones.
Well, he started with Troy Smith and then with Jonathan. Yeah.
Well, he's back for one final. This is his final opportunity.
Really?
For the day.
For
him to get a shot at Sac State playoff tickets this Saturday.
Okay.
All right, so let's welcome him back in. Mason, are you not working?
I'm a building inspector, so I'm on the road. I was in the office, now I'm on the road.
Do you?
I just happen to turn on the radio when you guys are on, or I love listening to you guys. So
Thank you.
Better answer.
We love you listening.
That's
to
not
us
going to get
too.
you tickets. Just
No, but
FYI.
it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Jason, we're rooting for Mason.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
I claimed the last question was super easy. I don't know. I don't know the value of questions anymore.
Do you think this one's harder than the last one?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe
see what
Mason
happens.
knows this one.
Okay.
And he listens, so maybe,
Maybe he
some
does.
active listening should help.
Or maybe he's like the people that come up to us and say, I listen every day. And you
Yeah,
say,
and then
could
they
you name
don't.
a segment? And they go, the thing about the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, for 2 tickets to see Sacramento State football host Richmond this Saturday, 2 o'clock, Hornet Stadium. Here you go. Mason, can you just name 3 teams from the Big Sky Conference that Sac State's in?
Well, I can name. Okay. Hey, Mason, I'm not going to help you other than to say one should be really obvious.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything about other than. Said name 3.
There's one.
Okay, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and Montana State.
No, really? Oh, okay.
There's no exceptions, right?
Hold on. He got 2 of 3, right? Didn't he? No, wait.
He got 1 of 3. But he missed the one you just
Right.
You just put it on his.
It was right there. I gave him 1. Is it a bit? Is he doing a bit?
I don't enjoy the bit if he is.
Well, hold on. Isn't okay? Maybe I'm wrong here. Hold on. I thought
the last one was okay.
Wow.
I think he liked your bit yesterday, Jason, where you made up teams in the Big Sky Conference, so he thought that might help.
I was so convinced he'd get it, especially with us giving him 1. He had 1/3 of the answer.
Yeah, so he should have had 2/3. Whoa.
So was that me?
No, I did it.
Oh, okay.
We need to.
Who are we talking?
This is according to the call, and this is Lala.
Oh, hey, who's this?
Farhan.
Gotcha. Farhan, give us 3 teams in the Big Sky.
How about Sac State, Montana State,
Northern Colorado, UC Davis. I can go on.
Oh my God!
Oh, 5!
I'm sorry, but you know what, Farhan?
Too many.
Yeah, that's too many. We got to.
No, we said 3. Congrats,
Congrats,
Yeah.
dude. That's well done. Way to not follow directions. You got yourself a pair of tickets to go see
Extra credit.
Sac State versus the Richmond Spiders. And for extra credit, we'll see if we can't send Mike Barnbaum down to hang out with you and say hello.
There you go.
Hey, thanks, Farhan.
Thank you, guys.
All right, hang on.
Please hold.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Wow.
I didn't have to throw any chairs or leave the room.
It's a little bit stressful indeed.
Yeah.
You know what was not stressful?
What's that?
Last night's game.
Yes.
3 on the way. It is no good by Turner. Fox gets the rebound. He heads up the floor. Will he accelerate on Hield? He Euro steps him into the lane. Kicks it out. Keegan Murray for 3. He's got the triple. What a great sequence right there in transition by the Kings. Fox leading the way. Murray with the 3.
I know I'm supposed to be going through the rest of the NBA, but can I just take a minute and play some highlights?
Yeah, we love G-Man.
Love G-Man.
Nimar with a drive and a kick. Matherin for 3 from the left corner. No good. Fox for the rebound. He might be a man on a mission. He starts to accelerate. Gets in the lane. Euro steps to the left. Goes to the rim. Scores the basket. De'Aaron Fox coming right back after he was called for a foul that took away 2 and then a travel violation. He now has double digits with 10 points.
Yeah, but it was all over when Tyrese Haliburton decided to try to guard De'Aaron Fox. Of course, Haliburton's going to win that battle, right?
Here comes De'Aaron Fox now in transition off the miss. Stops at the top of the circle. Gives to Herder on the left wing. Bounce pass comes to Metu. Back to the basket. 2-point range. Now to hands to Terrence Davis. Back to Fox on the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Haliburton, the defender against De'Aaron. Digs to the paint. Shakes. Spins. Fall away. Score it! What a nice shot that was by De'Aaron Fox. We were wondering if he was okay early in the game. He looked like the real deal right there.
All right, we got a few more here. This is where it really gets crazy. End of the third, fourth. This was wonderful.
Buddy Hield drives, reaches with the left hand. Rejected by Terrence Davis. Davis on the run. Feeds it ahead to Malik Monk. Circles from 2-point range, out on the wing. Back into the paint. Kicks to the corner. Davis eludes the defender. Launches for 3. He's got the triple. What a sequence there. And Kings fans are on their feet as the lead is back up to 19 at 94-75. There's a steal by Davis. Nothing but freeway ahead. Bounce pass to Herder with a 2-hand flush. Timeout, Indiana. The Kings have blown it back open to lead by 21, 96-75. And this sellout crowd is electrified.
Nice little sequence there for Terrence Davis.
Yes. I love postgame too. Rick Carlisle knew. He goes, yeah, I used all my timeouts. I knew I did by the third.
Yeah.
So because the mandatory under 3 minutes in the fourth is immediate timeout, but it has to go, one goes to the Kings, one goes to the Pacers. They were given a technical, and he was just like, yeah.
Sorry.
I know you guys I think his quote was, I know you may want to write about it as like clickbait. You're not going to get much. I mean, it's just, I used them all, tried to stop the run, didn't, and I knew I was going to get a technical.
Yeah, that's a vet move. Yeah, it's kind of a vet move. Terrence Davis, if anybody ever played Super Mario Brothers, when Mario would eat the star and the music would start and he was invincible, like Terrence Davis, it kind of eats the star sometimes. He goes through these stretches where it's like block, steal, jam, block 3. And you're like, did he just do all that in 10 seconds?
Right.
He is amazing, and so is Shemezi Metu, or as my wife likes to call him, Cheems, because that's her nickname as well. I know it's Mezzy, but still, with the donk.
Right wing feed goes to Davis, slashing hard, sets up the alley-oop. Hammer time, Shemezi Metu. He dropped the hammer. 112-85.
Couple more here. Gotta love G-Man. Here's more defense into a lob.
And here's a backcourt steal by Malik Monk. Malik sets up the alley-oop. Hammer time again, but this time it's one of the smalls. It's Terrence Davis dropping the bomb on the Pacers. Kings fans out of their seat for how many times tonight? 126-94.
And that was dunk, steal, dunk.
Yes.
I think that was the sequence of the year so far. That was so fantastic. But I'll tell you what, Davion Mitchell playing his defense. This is certainly the block of the year. TJ McConnell now is actually Davion. He hasn't changed his name to Davion.
Yes,
it's
legally.
Now because Davion is his daddy after this play.
Picks up the dribble and feeds the pass. It's stolen by T.J. McConnell. And a chase down block by Davion Mitchell. It's going to be Sacramento ball. The pass was stolen cleanly by T.J. McConnell. He's not the fastest of foot, but what a chase down effort on the part of Davion Mitchell. And the Kings get it back.
Can I just say again, even though it's a broken record, I don't know where it is on my list of things I enjoy the most out of the Kings being good again so far, but it certainly has to be near number one, if not number one, hearing the joy in G-Man's voice.
Mm-hmm.
How many times last year did we hear angry G-Man, frustrated G-Man, sad G-Man, empathetic G-Man?
Well, it all goes together. Obviously, the team's playing well. I think they're fun. The building is on fire right now, and then that just elevates everybody. And again, the energy's palpable. His calls were great. The team's what? Where are they in the standings? Fifth?
Sixth, I believe.
Yeah, sixth right now. That's pretty fluid. They've moved around there for as high as 3 to 8, 9, 10. They're just good, and they're fun to watch, and it's really a good time right now to be a Kings fan.
It absolutely is. We'll take a break. When we come back, news, notes, so much more, celebrity birthdays, all that fun stuff. We'll do that after this.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami. Interviews, podcasts, and more. They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
Your 2022 Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets are hosting a second-round playoff game on Saturday, December 3rd, against the Richmond Spiders at Hornet Stadium. The Hornets are the number 2 seed in the FCS playoffs with game time at 2 o'clock. Tickets start at just $10 and are available at hornetsports.com. It's time to pack Hornet Stadium and cheer on your hometown Hornets in their quest for a national championship. Go Hornets and Stingers up.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Where can you smell fresh pine from the curbside pickup line? Lowe's, actually. Explore the holiday fun and check off every gift on your list during Winterfest at Lowe's, where you can save $100 on a Blackstone 30-inch flat-top grill, now $299. Or your choice of a DeWalt 20-volt Max brushless drill kit or Impact driver kit for just $99. Experience all of the festivities of Winterfest now, only at Lowe's, home to any possibility. Offer valid through 12/21 while supplies last.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join the Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com and sign up today. Win tickets to see the Polar Express at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
Who's hot?
Oh, come on. You guys knew the answer.
Yeah.
It's those Kings.
Yeah.
The Sacramento ones, not the Royal ones in England or wherever. So far in 20 games, the Kings have a top 5 offensive rating, second in points per game, most 135-point games, most points in a game, and have set the all-time NBA record for most beams lit after a game.
That's a great point right there.
And wait, there's more. The team after 20 games is 11-9. The last time they won over or 11 games in a season to start after 20?
What?
2004-2005 Kings. It's been a minute.
Is that right?
It's factual. I I fact checked it with the facts. Hey, who's not?
Who is not?
Hey, remember when the Spurs started out the season super good?
I do.
And everyone was like, oh, this is why we don't make preseason predictions because you have teams like the Spurs coming out of nowhere. They're just super good.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're not. The Spurs in their last 15 games are 1-14.
Oh.
I guess the only bright spot for them in that 15-game stretch is the one win was against the Bucks. We're good.
Yeah.
Nice win.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you what else is hot.
What?
Me under the collar, because I was kind of poking around to get some stuff ready for this segment. I don't know why I missed this. There's a whole giant chunk of amazing calls in a folder, like greatest calls in sports history, like this one.
This is the ball of Tiger Woods. Lanny, what about this?
And this is extremely difficult. This is one of the toughest pitches on the entire place here. He's got to put this well. You can see him looking up the slope. He's almost got to put it up to where you saw Trevor Immelman's ball come from to get it close.
Well, I am reminded of Davis Love here 4 or 5 years ago when he pitched in.
Yeah, he's a little bit further up, I think, than Davis was.
Yes, he is.
Got the same basic kind of shot. He's going to have to get it close, he's going to have to put it up into the slope, though, somewhat. And, of course, it's made a lot tougher by having that second cut right behind the ball. It almost forces him.
Oh, shut up and get to the
To put
call.
it back and have to hit a low shot. He cannot put it up in the air with the second cut that close behind the ball.
Oh, they already know who it is.
You can see him putting it back in his stance right here and picking the club up like he's going to hit right down on it.
Here we go.
And he's picked out a landing spot that is a good 25 feet above the hole.
There's a good chance he doesn't get this inside the marker ball.
Well, here it comes.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. In your life, have you seen anything like that?
I think my favorite part about that call, the great Vern Lundquist, he didn't say anything when the ball paused on the lip.
Right.
How insanely disciplined do you have to be to not be making your call and then pause and then step all over yourself?
Yeah.
How did he know that? How do you know that?
That's great training, great discipline, like you said. I mean, the fact that it's TV should help, but still, the reaction, I know I watched it live going, oh,
yeah, the whole crowd
the
did.
second O's, and like
everyone but Vern Lundquist.
Yeah.
This thing has so many in it. Paul Allen, Vince Scully, Lon Simmons. I'm going to have to screw around with that every once in a while. In the meantime, here's some news and notes. Right now, news and notes.
Stand by on this frequency.
It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
Unfortunately, we won't see Tiger in action this week at the Hero World Challenge. He was set to play there, but hopefully we get that. He has entered with his son and whatever the heck that thing is that he and his son playing with the other dads and sons. I forget what the name of it is. Golf is
Father-son tournament.
Yes. Golf is better with Tiger Woods around. I want to get celebrity birthdays. I use a lot of my time for Vern Lundquist there. Today's Antarctica Day. Jason, how many times have you been?
I have never been to Antarctica. I don't really have a desire.
I was going to say, do you have any desire?
No.
It's a long trip.
Yeah.
I was looking at flights from here to Buenos Aires, Argentina yesterday. Just
because
I like to screw around with Google Flights on.
You pick random locations.
I do.
Let's start with the letter B.
Yeah. How to get from New York or Miami to Buenos Aires? It's almost 17 hours. Or 13 hours, sorry. It's a long flight, dude. Yeah. It's so weird how far away South America is from us. We don't even think about it.
It's like North America, but south.
But southier. Yeah, that's a long flight. Antarctica is obviously a lot longer.
You have a desire to go? You like cooler weather.
I do. I think I would go if I had the chance just to do it once. But I get these travel updates all the time. The travel clubs I subscribe to. And there was this one. It was flights, 5-star hotels, breakfasts and lunches, intercountry flights, and all these tours, right, to go to China. Leave San Francisco to Beijing, you go to Shanghai, you see the Great Wall, all this stuff, right? $499 a person for the whole trip. They're almost paying people to go to China. And I got the chance to go once. I'm good.
Yeah.
Long flight.
No desire.
Yeah.
So you like this weather, by the way, we're having.
I love this. I wish it wasn't raining.
Okay.
But I like the weather. You don't.
Nope. I don't hate it, but I prefer the summer, the heat, the warm, the sun.
Gross.
I prefer like the 1 week of fall we get.
Today is National Eat a Red Apple Day. Gentlemen, honestly, can you remember the last time you ate a red apple?
Yes.
No. Really? What?
3 weeks ago, maybe?
Good for you. What was that?
The intro again.
Oh, okay.
You haven't had a red apple in that long? Or do you prefer green or just have not had apples?
Does a Macintosh count as a...
Yes.
It does? Okay, I had a Macintosh apple like 2 weeks ago. I do like green apples. You know what I don't like? Are there's dumb red apples that like you'd always get at the cafeteria in school. It's just like a tiny little dumb apple.
The dry ones.
Exactly.
They're
that are waxed on the
They're called dumb apples.
I think it should be dumb apples. Today's National Pie Day.
Okay.
Not P-I-E, like the food. Favorite pie?
Let's go with ice cream mud pie.
Ooh, mud pie.
Yes.
Jay?
I'm not really I prefer cake. That's my answer.
Good at it.
Give me a chocolate cream pie.
Banana cream.
Chocolate cream.
The banana cream.
Oh, banana.
No?
I don't like banana that much.
Really? It's a good flavor.
Everyone-
banana by itself
it's-
is
yeah.
texture is kind of it.
Yeah.
Pumpkin or sweet potato?
Pumpkin, but I love sweet potato. It's so hard.
Apple?
Apple's fine. I have fruit and pies. Get out of here.
Get out of here with that.
Cherry pie, maybe.
Yeah.
Celebrity birthday time.
Okay.
Jason Ross.
Before I hit you with a celebrity birthday,
please don't
I want to
do
see how accurate you're going to be, both of you, on this. Movie was released on this date. Let's see within the years how you guys do. Christmas Vacation. Christmas classic was released in what year?
I'm going to say 1988.
1989.
1989.
Push you get
JMR's
all
for the
that
win.
stuff. Yeah, ask him.
But I knew you guys would be close.
It's like Nintendo stuff. He'll get that too. It's like in his wheelhouse.
I'm not even a movie guy.
You're not. That's true.
That is true. He's not.
Happy birthday today on this December 1st to Gary Payton II. Two.
Not the first one.
Gary Payton II is 26. 26.
What is that?
Sure about that?
26.
26.
You went lower, Jay?
Yeah.
He's 30.
Years old?
Yeah.
No, inches tall.
Well, that's
Bad
more believable.
I'm surprised too. Wow.
He's 30?
Now you guys are going to make me
Well,
look
no,
at
I mean, come on.
I just
believe you. It's just
I don't know that I believe me. That sounds wrong,
Just
doesn't
don't
it?
believe
it
you.
really did sound
Doesn't it,
wrong.
though, that Gary Payton has a 30-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Gary
Turned
Payton
30 today.
Wow.
Wow.
All right,
Remember
confirmed.
Gary Payton in Oregon or Oregon State. Oregon State.
State.
Or Gary Payton II might have been conceived.
Hey now.
Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
Deshaun.
UC
Reggie's
Berkeley's Deshaun Jackson is 38 years old.
34.
I think you're right.
I think you're right in between. 36.
Stupid.
Idiot.
Happy birthday. I think Dave's going to be really close in this because you're a Giants guy.
I am a Giants guy.
Woody. Kirk Reeder.
Kirk Reeder. Remember that year with the Montreal Expos? Oh my goodness gracious! It was was he good? And that was let's see. I'll go ahead. I'm doing some math here. Sorry. Let's go with 57.
Jay laughs.
I'll go 47.
52.
52.
Right in
It's
between.
not 52.
Yeah, 100% is 52.
Kirk Reeder pitched like 4 years ago.
He did it.
At 48.
Woody.
By the way, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Gaylord Perry passed
Who
away.
retired 4 years ago.
Yeah, passed away today. Gaylord Perry was a character.
Yes.
Also a very darn good baseball player.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Okay.
One of the great characters of all time.
Listen, R.I.P.
All right. Wait, hold on. Are you about to drop an R.I.P. but?
Yeah, it kills people now that they actually happen.
I want to just say for the record that I was on the air once. I won't say who and I won't say what happened, but
I think we have the clip.
Another Bay Area legend passed away, and this genius decided to play the Price is Right horns while we announced.
Oh, this isn't that.
Okay.
So what do you got?
I'm not making a joke. It's
All
just
right.
because I saw that and I just thought of Gaylord Perry, and there's all this controversy around cheaters in baseball. The guy openly admitted to peeing on the ball and throwing it. It's like, we'll just let him in.
It is kind of funny with Gaylord Perry. It's like, well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Or like Mark Aguirre's like, he burns in hell. That is.
I just wanted to point that I've always found that one to be interesting. No. Price is Right is horns for dead people.
That's valid.
Valid argument.
Yeah, dude, he played the Price is Right. Literally, it is the weirdest moment I've ever experienced. Well, other than my co-host falling off a stage, it is the weirdest moment I've ever experienced. That was bad. I mean, that was scary. It was. I'm sitting there like, what? What are you doing?
Who passed? Just out of curiosity.
Lon Simmons.
For Lon Simmons?
Simmons,
not the right time.
The legendary. I don't know if there is maybe somebody you don't
if a terrorist dies, you want to do it. Cool.
Lon Simmons, and I didn't know what to do because my name was on the show. Other than just, I think I actually yelled at him on the air. I don't even remember. I kind of blacked out. It was not great, man, at all.
Wow, that's
dude, happened on this stage, on this station. People remember that. I promise.
Happy birthday on this December 1st to Hall of Famer, speaking of Hall of Fame in baseball, Larry Walker.
Oh, I love Larry Walker. I loved Larry. One of my favorite. Those Larry Walker, Dante Bichette, Colorado Rockies teams were so fun, even if
Vinny Castilla.
Oh, how can I forget Vinny Castilla? Yeah. Absolutely. Andres Galarraga. Larry
Darryl
Walker. Kyle? Yes, the late Darryl Kyle was on that team as well. Todd Helton came in later, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Larry Walker is 59.
57.
56.
I win.
Happy birthday to comedian Sarah Silverman.
She's got to be 50, right?
I mean, that sounds right. I'm going to say 48.
Are you going 50?
Yeah.
Okay. 52. And last, but certainly not least, the wind beneath my wings.
Oh, Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
Oh, let me think about this from a distance. Thank you. Thank you very much. Spending a lot of her days these days on beaches. I should have left today.
No, that's okay. Okay, more?
Do I have any more? What's the one with the witches? I forget the name of it. That just came
Hocus
out.
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Yeah. Bette Midler. I think Bette Midler's like 76.
Bette Midler was on The View too, right?
No.
No?
Joy Behar.
Same thing. 74.
77.
What did I say?
76.
Ha! Love me some Bette
You
Midler.
said 12.
Oh, you know what? The Rose. I almost forgot about that wonderful song. Some say love it isn't something. For Jay Mars, for Jason Ross, I'm Carmichael Dave. Thanks to Sam Amick. Go Kings, light the beam. Bye now.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done